I'm dying of thirst.
Yo, this is episode 75 of Let Us Interrupt You here on Saturday, September 3rd, 2022.
Let us interrupt you and go to pizza.
I don't know what's up with him today. He's Michael Smith.
Yeah.
I'm Joseph Alamo.
What?
We got to cover some stuff today. A lot of stuff. We're going to try to do as quickly as possible. We're going to try it.
We'll do it in rapid time.
Well, we want to do it rapid time. I want to do it.
Let's go. Yeah.
Anyway, so we got some college football stuff that happened. Most of the games started last weekend.
I'm actually watching the Oregon and Georgia game right now, and Georgia's freaking murdering them.
It's now, it's 49-3. It's a complete butt whipping.
Game's over.
The game's been over. Let's put it that way. And let me put it to you this way: the halftime score of this game, believe it or not, ironically, it was 28-3 at the half. So yeah, this game was pretty much over with at this point. McConkey got a 9-yard run for a touchdown for Georgia. Bennett had a 1-yard run. McIntosh had a 1-yard touchdown run. Oregon had a field goal. Sean Bennett had a touchdown pass to McConkey for 4 yards, 28-3. Milton had a 12-yard run. Bennett had an 18-yard pass to Mitchell. And Carson Beck, who was subbing in for Bennett, got a touchdown pass to Milton for 18 yards. Now 49-3. With about 10-19 to go in the fourth. Oklahoma's beating UTEP right now 42-13. They got 10:45 to go in the fourth quarter. The Miami Hurricanes beating Bufang 56-13. They just ended the third quarter. University of San Antonio beating Houston Cougars 21-21. Arizona Wildcats beating the San Diego State Aztecs right now 30-20. They're in the fourth. Nebraska, who lost last week to Northwestern, is losing right now 24-17 to North Dakota. Norfolk State beating Marshall 55-3. Tulsa beating Wyoming 34-24. Ole Miss beating Troy 28-3. BYU in South Florida, well, they've been delayed all freaking day, so I don't even know when their game's going to start. I think it's a weather delay, I believe, or a power outage maybe. I'm not really sure what the story is for that game. California beating USC Davis now 27-13. South Alabama beating Nicholas 27-0. Nevada beating Texas State 14-0. USC beating Rice right now, 14th ranked at USC, beating Rice 7-0. Florida Atlantic University beating University of Ohio 7-3. Morgan State, Georgia Southern just starting out. They are scoreless. Texas A&M shut out Sam Houston 31-0. Michigan beat Colorado State 51-7. North Carolina State and East Carolina are close down today. North Carolina State was able to escape by just 1 point, winning 21-20. UConn beat Central Connecticut today 28-3. Iowa beating South Dakota State today 7-3. They started on a slow start today, and there was no touchdowns, and there were 2 safeties. The first time a game had 2 safeties in a football game with no touchdowns since the year 2000, I believe, in Iowa.
It's basically a lot of blowouts.
Maryland beat Buffalo. Maryland beat Buffalo 31-10. Rutgers beat Boston College 22-21. North Carolina Appalachian State, which was the best game of the day. North Carolina was able to escape that game 63-61. Appalachian State almost forced overtime. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Delaware beat Navy 14-7. They were in Navy. Virginia beat Richmond 34-17. Air Force beat Iowa 48-17. Iowa State beat Southeastern Missouri State 42-10. UCLA blowing out Bowling Green 45-17. And the remaining games that are coming out later on tonight, well, here's the following. Albany, Baylor. Baylor was 10th ranked. Illinois State, Wisconsin, 18th ranked Wisconsin, 20th ranked Kentucky, Miami, Ohio. Auburn, Mercer, South Dakota, Kansas State. I'm not even going to go on these matches. But the matches you really want to watch this weekend.
I will keep tabs on college football.
There you go. Because right now,
I haven't watched it
I'm running out of
recently because, every single time I watch a college football game, it's basically a blowout.
Yeah.
It's always the higher end teams facing some no-name teams. They beat their ass. I'm just like, it's one. But I'm only watching it because top teams playing.
Yeah. Right now,
I keep an eye on some future NFL prospects.
Later on tonight, it is 7th ranked Utah taking on Florida, and Notre Dame, 5th ranked Notre Dame, and number 2 ranked Ohio State. That will be playing later on tonight, which is why we're going to try to get to these games quickly. Arkansas right now currently scoring. It's now 24-17. What the hell are you watching? Okay. Anyway, so enough about that. Enough about college football stuff right now. We already recapped most of the games out for you. There's more games. We'll recap more games on Tuesday, or at least I will. He'll try to. I don't know. Yeah. NFL opening night countdown. September 8th is the night. We're about 5 days away from one of the biggest games of the year, the biggest week one matchup so far of the year, which is Buffalo Bills taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, LA Rams, in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth has the call on NBC. The only Thursday night game you're going to get on NBC this year, because the rest is on Amazon Prime with Herb Street and Al Michaels. Other than that, my prediction will be is that Buffalo pulls the upset. I think Buffalo pulls up the upset here. I would not be surprised if Jalen Ramsey got schooled by Stephon Diggs. I wouldn't be surprised if Gabriel Davis schooled the hell out of the other defensive backers on his team.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gabriel Davis ends up being the best receiver this year.
Good take. I wouldn't.
Well, based on a few performances from last year, I see him emerging as a top receiver.
He might be the best wide receiver.
He might even surpass Stephon Diggs.
He might. You might be right. I would say right now he's on track of doing that. I don't know if it's going to happen this year.
I see him reaching 1,000 yards.
I can see that too. I can see Diggs getting that way too. Josh Allen is definitely in the conversation right now for MVP. Yeah. So I have my bold predictions for the NFL season. I don't know if you got your bold predictions. As far as record-wise goes, NFL record bold predictions.
I'll say we'll probably lose track of records just because of it.
Well, I haven't lost track in mine.
I mean, we'll have to pull up the entire schedule, which will probably take forever to do.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to pick the records. I'll pick the games just yet in this scenario, but we'll pick it.
We'll probably say the records now. Pick the games will probably be totally different.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to expect to be perfect.
Based on the team.
Oh, based on the team, yeah. I'll say this right now because I just got the news today. Mitch Trubisky will most likely be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers to start the season out.
It should be Pickett. Pickett played better.
He's got small hands. He does, and that's the issue. They don't trust small hand quarterbacks. Sometimes it's not a good play. They need to have meaty hands.
They don't trust small players, but yet some small players, Tyreek Hill,
small
break out.
Well, here's the thing: smaller players have bigger hands, and bigger players have smaller hands. It may sound like a dumb thing to say, but it's kind of true. I've seen some small players who've got big feet and big hands, and I've seen some big players who've got small hands and small feet.
And Trubisky started, I feel like eventually they're going to start picking.
You know what's going to be? You know what
it is? This year or next year?
All it is game management situation. Trubisky. That's all it is. He's not relied on to be QB number one here in this case and be the best starter of the team and all that. He's game management because they got a good defense this week. I'm sorry, they do.
Even if Trubisky like is great this season and makes the Pro Bowl or something, Pickett's going to.
Oh yeah, that's going to happen.
Trade him.
It's like the whole Jimmy G situation. It's going to be the exact same thing. They keep Jimmy G around. He's your backup for now. Probably a backup for good. They're going to Trey Lance start now. That's the end of it. I mean, it's that simple. Here's my record prediction. Buffalo goes 15-2.
Let's do it. The teams, every single team.
We're going to do every team that's in pretty much on here. Yeah. As far as
let's do it in order.
We're not going to do it in order. We're just going to do it by who would be most likely to win their division. Now, Buffalo, I think, will go 15-2.
I see them going.
I would say
13-4.
Denver goes 13-4. Cincinnati goes 13-4.
Yeah, it's so weird to say it since there's 17 games.
I know it is. Indy.
I see them going 11-6.
Indy, I say goes 12-5.
Indy 9-8.
Wow. No. You don't see them winning their division?
I don't know. But
I'm just going by.
I mean, they've had 5 different QBs in the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's fair. It is fair, but I just can't see.
Sooner or later, they're going to have to just draft a QB and develop him. If they can't keep on doing his 1-year rental.
No, I don't blame you there on that one. And I don't think
Matt Ryan.
I don't think Matt Ryan's a rental. I really think Matt Ryan could end his career in Indianapolis. I don't think I'm going anywhere else.
So be there for 2 more years.
I'd say 3 or 4.
2 or 3 years.
I mean, I just don't see how he's ready. He's not ready to go yet. He was on a
He's
really
definitely not ready to
crappy.
go, but
He's on a crappy
he's at the
franchise.
age where it's like, hey, even though you're our star now, we'll draft that guard for the future. You help him out.
Yeah. I think
Actually, I'm gonna do a team award. It's not confusing me.
it's
So
not that.
first,
It's
the
not that
Chicago
confusing.
Bears.
But let me get. We're gonna go by teams. Who you think teams are gonna make the playoffs? So because right now you have Indy at 9-8.
I'll just say it. Say the team in order, and then I can think of it. First, the Chicago Bears. I see them going.
All right, let's go with. I'll do this then. We'll do the
No,
we'll do the NFL.
do it in order
Let's do
it's
the
kinda easier.
let's do the NFL division in the AFC East. Okay, let's just do that. Simple stuff. Buffalo 15-2. Miami 10-7. New England 8-9. The Jets 6-11.
You think New England's gonna go 8-9?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because they always ship the bed in December now at this point. They're not in the right frame of mind. They'll go 7-5, but then they'll go 1-4 in their last 5 games.
I see them going at least
because they're playing at
10-7.
Arizona, at Las Vegas Raiders. Then they have the Bengals later on. Then they have the Dolphins and the Bills. They're playing at Buffalo the last game of the year.
Well, I can
tell you
like I
right
said,
now.
I'll have to see the whole entire schedule. Just like
All right, I'll give you.
I see them going 10-7.
You think New England will go? Let me give you the entire schedule for New England. We might as well just do it that way. Might as well.
So you want to do the whole schedule thing?
Yeah, let's do the whole schedule thing. The entire AFC East. Let's just do it. We might as well at this point. And I'll start with the AFC East. Because that'll be simple enough. All right, Buffalo Bills. I'll give you the schedule right now. December 8th, they're at the Los Angeles Rams. We already have them beating the Rams, so that's a win. They're home against the Titans.
Well, we're gonna do every single team.
Let's just do it in our own division. Let's not go in order because that's going to take even longer.
It would be easier.
Going in order, though, you're going from out of division, though. So you're basically just going to go, okay,
Sorry.
Buffalo, okay, let's go to an entire different. No. Just go with the AFC East. Go what you think that's the AFC East. Then we'll move on to the North and the South and then the AFC and whatever. It's if you do it in order, it's going to throw you
No,
out.
we'll do it by division.
That's what I just said that.
I don't ESPN that.
Yes, I got it right here. Buffalo Bills and the Rams. That's a win. Titans in Buffalo, win. At Miami, win. Baltimore, win. Pittsburgh at home, win. At the Kansas City Chiefs, win. I think 2 weeks after that, I think they're playing.
You're in AFC East now?
Yeah, I got a Bills schedule right here.
Bills, I'm gonna pick it up.
Packers.
First game, Bills against Rams. That's a win.
I just said.
No, but I'm doing my part.
Okay.
Second game, Titans Bills. That's the one for them. One for the Bills. Against the Dolphins, that's a win. Against the Ravens, that's a win. Against the Steelers, that's a win. Against the Chiefs, I see them taking an L.
I see them beating the
Against
Chiefs.
the Packers, close game, Bills win.
I
Against the Jets, Bills win.
think the
Against the
Packers.
Vikings, win. Browns, that's a win. Against the Lions, that's a freaking murder. Against the Patriots, I said they lose the first one but win the second one.
You did
Against the Jets, that's a win. Against the Dolphins,
Hold up.
That's racist.
I didn't even get to part where my guy picked up for Green Bay Packers. You just ran list down quickly. I didn't even get the chance to do my part here. Hold on.
I got some.
Well, the Packers, I think they'll lose to the Packers. That's a scheduled loss right there. They'll beat the Chiefs, they lose to the Packers at home. That's what I think. They beat the Jets, they beat the Vikings, they beat the Browns. They beat Detroit because Detroit can't do crap on Thanksgiving. The Jets they have, which
They're
that's
gonna sweep the Jets.
yeah, exactly.
I said they. I don't know. Dolphins. I feel like they'll sweep the Dolphins.
Go through the Dolphins, yeah.
But the Patriots, I just see them splitting against them.
The Bears, they'll beat the Bears. They'll lose to Cincinnati,
I see them losing.
and they'll beat the Patriots in the end. So the Patriots are going to get swept anyway.
Yeah, so I got
They're
them
going to get
going.
swept.
No, the Patriots ain't getting swept.
Yes, they are.
Tell you that.
Their offense is not that good. Their defense is even worse.
It's the freaking Patriots. They always.
You do realize their first, when they went up against the Raiders on that, what was that, Friday night game, they struggled against their second and third team starters for the Raiders. The Patriots had their starters in there, and they couldn't do crap against the second teamers. If you think that
Against
team,
preseason, so I really don't care.
no, but it's a third preseason game. You actually like a
But yeah,
regular
that
season
is
game.
kind of like concerning.
That's
though.
concerning, yes, and that's why I maybe lose all confidence in this team. And they're not going to go even against Buffalo. They're not.
That's what they are.
They're not good enough. I think last year's team would have gone even against this team. This year's team, I just don't see it. I really don't.
Well, I see them going.
I don't.
I see the Buffalo going 14-3.
I think Buffalo goes 15-2. I think the loss to Green Bay, look, it's a humbling loss right now. Green Bay's got one of those trap games in that scenario. It's one of those primetime games where Aaron Rodgers can shine on Sunday Night Football. You never know what you're going to get from that. Plus, you got another primetime game in Cincinnati, defending AFC champions.
All right. Let's go for all the
All right.
Next the Jets.
All right, the Jets.
Against the Ravens. That's an L.
Yep.
That's the Browns.
L.
I don't know. I feel like they might sneak that.
Loss. That's a defensive battle. And the Cleveland Browns, you got Myles Garrett in Clowney. Yeah.
L. 0-2.
Bengals.
0-3. Against the Steelers. 0-4. Against the Dolphins.
0-5.
Against the Packers. 0-6.
Yep.
Against the Broncos. 0-7.
Yep.
Patriots. 0-8. Bills. 0-9. Patriots again. 0-10. Against the Bears. I feel like they might beat the Bears.
How do you have them against the Patriots? What? Oh.
Yeah, they played twice in 3 weeks.
Well, the Patriots and Jets are okay. The Jets Patriots are November 20th, and then October 30th. So you're missing the Bears for one. Oh, that's a weekend.
I just got.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Against the Bears, I feel like they'll win that one. That's a win there. Against the Vikings.
I think that's an upset win. I have to say that's an upset win. The Bucs are a weird team. They have no defense. Their offense is like
I say the Vikings
relied on too much on Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson. It's just
it's the Bills.
It's a trap game.
It's an L.
Yeah.
That's how against the Bills. Against the Lions.
Win.
Against the Jaguars.
Win.
I think the Jaguars might upset.
Nah,
I mean, both teams are trash.
Yeah, but the Jets are at home, and they're in Jacksonville. A different story. That's a win. That's
the Seahawks. I say they win.
That's a loss. They're in Seattle.
But who the fuck's the quarterback?
Geno Smith. And it's a revenge game for Geno Smith, really, against the Jets. Think about that.
I say that's an alpha. Against the Dolphins, that's an alpha.
Yeah.
So I have them going 3-14.
I have them going 4-13. There you go. Miami Dolphins. First game.
Miami is a team I don't trust. I feel like they have the talent to win, but can Tua really be the QB that the organization sees him to be?
We'll see.
Against the Patriots, we
lost.
I feel like they split against the Patriots too.
At Baltimore.
Lost. Against the Bills. Lost.
Well, no. I think. Oh wait, did I have the win? Oh no, wait a minute. No, I have the win. That's right.
So against the Patriots, that's an L. Against the Ravens, I see that as an L. Against the Bills, an L. I'm free already.
2-1
Bengals, L.
Yep, lost 2-2.
I got them 0-4.
You have the Dolphins 0-4?
Yeah.
Okay,
First game against the Patriots, L. Against the Ravens, L.
So wait, you think Mac Jones is going to go on the road into Miami and pull out a Week 1 win against Tyreek and Tua?
Yes.
You're on track.
Can you really trust Tua as a QB?
I trust him more right now than Mac Jones over that offensive line and Matt Patricia running the whole damn show. Yeah, I kind of do. No. Matt Patricia and Joe Judge.
I got them 0-4 so far. Against the Jets, that's a W. Against the Vikings, W.
Yeah, I got him against those four.
Against the Steelers,
win.
Against the Lions,
loss. That's 5-3.
Wait. Win.
What? You think they're gonna win in Detroit?
You think the Lions are gonna beat the Dolphins?
I think it's a trap game here. I'm treating it like a trap game in this scenario here right now. They're just coming off a high win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but you got to travel into Detroit.
I see that as a win.
That's a loss.
Against the Bears.
So I have them 5-3. Bears 6-4.
Against the Browns
7-4.
So that's a win for them?
Yep.
Texans. That's a
definite win.
Against the 49ers.
Loss. Chargers loss. Bills loss.
I see the 49ers as a win. Chargers that's a loss.
Christmas Day game against the
Packers. Packers loss.
Win.
Against the Patriots win. Against the Jets win.
I think they beat.
So I kind of got them splitting their schedule.
I have 10-7 this year. I had them beating the Patriots in the end of the year, so.
I forgot lost track, but I feel like 9 or 8.
I have them 10-7, but I don't have them making the playoffs.
I'll recheck. I'll recheck this one.
Let's go to the Patriots schedule.
Win here. Win. Yeah, 9-8.
9-8. All right, I have them 10-7.
Patriots.
All right, Patriots schedule. Well, we already gave the Patriots a win.
Yeah, against the Steelers, that's a win.
I'm gonna say it's not.
But that might be a
loss against the Dolphins. Loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They beat the Ravens, I think.
I got them being the Steelers.
They lose to the Packers.
I honestly see them losing to the Ravens. I see them losing to the Packers.
So you have them 2-2. All right, I have them 1-3. Okay.
No. Against the Dolphins, that's a win.
Right.
Steelers win.
Yeah, so it's 2-0 there, and you have them losing 2 straight, so it's 2-2.
Against the Lions, that's a win.
That's a win, yeah.
Against the Browns, that's a win.
Yep.
Against the Bears, that's a win.
Yeah, that's a win.
Against the Jets, that's a win. Against the Colts, I see that's a track game, so I'm going to give them a L.
That's a loss there, yeah.
Jets, that's a win.
That's a win.
Vikings,
that's a win.
I feel like Vikings is another trap game, but they're going to win.
So, yeah.
Against the Bills, that's an L.
Yeah, so that's 75 where I have them at. Okay. At
Against
Arizona,
the Cardinals,
loss.
Loss. Yeah.
At the Raiders, loss.
I see that's a win.
Home against the Bengals, loss.
Loss. Against the Dolphins, win.
I think I have it.
Against the Dolphins, that's a loss. I said it was
Oh, that's right. I have it 1-4. That's right. I haven't beaten Miami.
loss. Against the Bills, loss.
Yeah, so
So I got them going
8-9. I just don't think they're good enough this year. And that November-December slide right there is going to hurt them. There's too many road games in between. You got too many tough opponents towards the end of the year after that Minnesota game.
All right, AFC North now.
Yep, AFC North. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's start with Baltimore. At the Jets, that's a win. Home against the Dolphins, that's a loss.
Against the Bills, that's a loss.
Oh, the Patriots. They'll lose that one.
I said that was a win for them.
Yeah. Buffalo, that's a loss. The Bengals, that's a loss.
Giants, that's
A win. Browns is a win.
Bucks is
A loss.
against the Saints. I see
That's a win. Panthers,
Jaguars
win.
win. Panthers win.
Jaguars,
Against the
win.
Broncos, that's a loss.
Loss.
Against the Steelers, I feel like they'll split against the Steelers.
They'll get against the
So I'll give
Steelers.
them one win there. Against the Browns, win. Against
Falcons.
the Falcons, win.
Steelers, they'll lose again. Actually, I'll give it to you this way. They get started by the Pittsburgh Steelers right there. So.
8-9. I got them.
Let's see. I know what you're from. Jets win. Dolphins loss. New England loss.
They'll split against the Steelers.
They'll
They'll get
lose.
swept by the Bengals and
They're swept by the
possibly
Bengals.
split against the Browns. It's
Uh,
kind of hard to keep track.
no, they'll lose. They'll beat the Browns.
Because when
They'll beat the Browns.
again, I can't trust Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. At this point, they start at 1-4. They lose to the Giants. I haven't losing to the. I haven't.
So 8-9, 9-8, I don't know.
I think 7-10 sounds realistic to me. 8-9. Yeah.
Next is Steelers.
The Steelers. This is where I get interesting with me here.
I
I
gotta keep
haven't-
my fingers on the second.
Yeah. At the Bengals loss. Home against the Patriots, a win. At Cleveland, a win. At
Cleveland win.
yeah,
Jets win.
Yep.
Against the Bills
Loss.
loss. Buccaneers loss.
win.
You think they're gonna beat the Bucs?
Right now, with the offensive line being as weak as it is right now, without Jensen being their center right now at this point, and Worth right now, it can do it. The problem is the rest of the offensive line, I can't really trust against that Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And you got lost Tom Brady right now, so right
I
now
see that
it's a win for Steelers. So right
Against the
now,
Dolphins
they're
that's a
4-2. At
against
the
the
Dolphins,
win.
yeah, the Dolphins. I think I had the Dolphins winning. I see that's a loss.
Against the Saints.
Philadelphia, I'd say that's a loss. Against the Saints, that's a win. The Bengals
Honestly,
at
that's a
home, that's a
loss.
win.
Against the Bengals.
At the Colts, it's a loss. They beat the Falcons. They
Falcons.
beat the Ravens twice. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Raiders and the Browns. So I think that's what 12-5, I believe I have at this point. Yeah, 12-5.
I got them on 7.
Oh, wow, you're way off. All right, Cleveland. Here we go, rocking and rolling here. At Carolina, that's definitely a predictable loss because Baker Mayfield will just own them in this game.
Thank you.
And I think
I see Baker Mayfield destroying them. So.
Yeah, so 0-1.
It's the Browns.
Against
That's
the
a
Jets.
win.
Whoa, what?
Wait, whatever.
I'm Browns.
Yeah, I'm on the Browns.
So you say the Browns are going to beat the Browns?
No, I said the Browns are going to beat the Jets.
Okay. All right, so they're
That's
1-1.
their first win. It's the Steelers.
So they're 1-2 against the Steelers, so that's a loss. I think that's a loss. At Atlanta, I would say that's probably a win.
Yeah, it'll be a win. Against the
Chargers, that's a loss.
Patriots.
Ravens, loss. Bengals, loss. So that's what's that now? 2-5 right now. I have right now. Yeah. At Miami, loss. At Buffalo, forget it, loss. They're 2-7.
Loss.
Tampa
Against
Bay,
Texas.
2-8. Actually, no. Deshaun Watson return. I expect Houston to win that game. 2-9.
Nah.
At
Good talent.
the Bengals, 2-10. The Ravens, 2-11. They beat the Saints, they beat the Commanders, and they lose the Steelers in the end. So I have them at, let's see.
I got them at 5.
I got them at 3-14, I think. I think I do.
That was kind of confusing.
Just based
We're
on,
both talking at the same time.
let's see. At the Panthers, that's a loss.
I'm 5-12.
Jets, win. Steelers, loss. The Falcons, a win. Wow, they're not going to win for a while.
They're not going to win.
I mean, really, think about it. I mean, their schedule here.
Right, Cincy.
I have them 3-14. Damn.
That's a problem.
Wow. All right, Cincinnati.
All right, first game against the Steelers. Win.
Win.
Against the Cowboys.
Win.
Win. Jets.
Win. Dolphins. Win. Ravens. Win.
Win.
The Saints. Win.
Win.
Falcons. Win.
Win.
Browns. Win.
Win.
The Panthers.
Win.
Steelers. Steelers. Loss. First
That's
loss
like
in
a
Pittsburgh.
I said we're going to split. Nah, I think.
I am playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So
Yeah. So at Tennessee, loss.
I got that as a win. Against the Titans, I said they win that.
You didn't beat
Against
the
the
Titans?
Chiefs, against the Chiefs, that's an L.
Yeah, no,
Against the Browns,
that's a win.
Against the Bucks, that's an L. Against the Patriots, that's a win.
I think
Against the Bills, that's an L.
I think they lose to the Bucks. They lose to the Bills.
The Ravens, that's an L.
They lose to the Steelers and Titans. That makes it 13-4, my
13-4.
Yeah. Yeah, we're through the AFC. Let's go to the AFC South.
Houston. Okay. I'll speak.
Go ahead.
Against the Colts, that's an L. Against the Broncos, that's an L. Against the Bears, I say that's a win.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Chargers, that's an L. Against the Jags, I say that's an L too. Against the Raiders, that's an L. Fuck. No, I pressed the app by accident.
Oh my god.
Right.
What week are you on?
Against the Titans, that's an L.
All right, just relax over.
What the fuck?
All right,
My phone's tripping now.
all right. Eagles Texans. That's right into Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Against the Eagles, that's an L.
Okay.
Against the Giants, that's a win. Against the Commanders, that's an L. Against the Dolphins, that's an L. Against the Browns, that's an L. Against the Cowboys, that's an L. Against the Chiefs, that's an L. Against the Texans, against the Titans, that's an L. I say they split against the Jags, so that's a W there. Against the Colts.
All right. I'll rock and roll this list. Ready?
4-13.
You ready for this one? Here we go. Home against Indy. That's a loss. Home
wins.
at Denver. 0-2. At the Bears. That's a win. Home against the Chargers. That's a loss.
I love it.
Against the Jacksonville Jaguars. In Jacksonville.
Pizza.
What? That's a loss. So they're 1-4. At the Raiders, 1-5. Tennessee Titans at home. That's a loss. That's 1-6. Against the Eagles, 1-7. At the Giants, that's a win. Commanders win. Dolphins loss. Browns win. So that's 4-9, I think, right out of the gate right there. 4-9. At the Dallas Cowboys, a loss. Against Kansas City, it's not even a contest, a win for the Chiefs, not the Texans. Titans, loss. Jacksonville Jaguars, win. At Indy, lost 5-1. I rest my case. Texans fall off the upset. They embarrassed Deshaun Watson. They buried Deshaun Watson, and that's the end of it.
I'm going to go first now. Titans schedule. It's the Giants. Win. Against the Bills. Loss. Against the Raiders. Win. Against the Colts. I say a loss right now. Against the Commanders. Win. Against the Colts again. No, I feel like they'll split against them. That's like the first one, the loss will win.
I don't remember now.
No, they're going to split against the Colts, so I'm just giving them
a split. Just give it
4 right there. Like first Giants, win. Against the Bills, loss. Raiders, loss. Titans, against the Colts,
all right,
win. Against the Commanders, loss. All right, so far 2-3. Against the Texans, win. Against the Chiefs, loss. Against the Broncos, loss. Against the Packers, loss. Against the Bengals, loss. Against the Eagles, let's say they win that one. Against the Jaguars, loss. No, I'm going to give them a loss. They're going to split. Against the Titans, loss. Texans, win. Cowboys, loss. Jaguars. So 7-10.
The Titans go 7-10. I haven't made the playoffs at least. Well, we might as well give you some finals now. Before I get my picks and everything, get some finals and everything now. Oklahoma State beat Central Michigan last night, 58-44. Pittsburgh beat West Virginia 38-31. Pittsburgh was ranked 17th going into the game. I didn't do these finals earlier. Wake Forest beat VMI 44-10, and Michigan State beat Western Michigan 35-13. Currently, right now, Georgia just finished against Oregon 49-3. I think Georgia will be the new number 1 next week. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't even matter what Alabama does tonight against Utah State now. At this point, that kind of something there. Oklahoma beat UTEP 45-13, and right now Miami Hurricanes has scored 70 points against UTHane, which is 70-13. UTHane. I think that's how you say the name. I'm pretty sure. UTHane. Bethune. I don't even know. How do you say that? Beaver. Yeah, Bethune. There's no F in there, but yeah, there's Bethune in there. Bethune. That'll be the new. That's what I'm going to call it school for now. We're going to call it Bethune. And BYU in South Florida finally, after like a 3-hour delay, just started the game right now. They're currently up 7-0. My NFL prediction right now will continue with the Titans, and I will do my record. You have it going at 7-10. I don't know how the hell you have that, but okay. They beat the Giants 1-0. The Bills 1-1. The Raiders 1-2. At Indianapolis, I think it's one of those you never know games. 1-3. I think it's 1-3 for now. At Commanders 2-3. Home against the Colts, I think it's an even split there, 3-3. They beat the Houston Texans 4-3. I think they pull up the upset Kansas City 5-3. I think they do it. At home against Denver, that's a loss, 5-4. At home against Cincinnati, that's a loss there. They're 5-5. At Philadelphia, I think they beat the Eagles. They're 6-5. Jacksonville 7-5. At the LA Chargers, I think the Chargers somehow blow this game. I think Brandon's doing made an opie-dopey call. That's a win for the Titans. At home against the Houston Texans, that's a win. Dallas at home, that's a win. And the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, that is a win. So I have them going 12-5 in the playoffs as a 6th seed. So that's that. Any questions? Anyway. At Indianapolis, we might as well get that in there. I'll start off. At the Houston Texans, 1-0. At Jacksonville, 2-0. Home against the Chiefs, 3-0. Against the Titans, they're at, I believe, did I have them losing at Tennessee?
I have them split.
Yeah, I have them split in two. Did I have them winning at Tennessee? Or did I have them losing at Tennessee? I think I have losing at Tennessee. So they're 4-0. Okay. At Denver, that's a loss, 4-1. Jacksonville, 5-1. At Tennessee, 5-2. Commanders, that's a win because the Commanders suck. At the Raiders, 7-2. Home against the Eagles, that's a loss. Home against Pittsburgh, that's a win. At the Dallas Cowboys, I think that is a win. Matt Ryan gets over the hump of Dak Prescott and not beating Dak Prescott at Dallas. At Minnesota, that's a win. At the home against the Chargers, that's a win. At the Giants, that is a win. At home against the Texans, that is a win. I have them. Let's see. They lose to Denver, Tennessee.
You said they would beat the Chiefs, and I say they don't.
I think they're at home. They'll pull it out of their asses. I think they they lose to Philadelphia. They lose to Tennessee.
They beat Philadelphia.
I think, you know what? Scratch the Dallas game. I think they might lose to Dallas. They might go 13-4 here.
I got them 10-7.
13-4.
The Jaguars. They'll be the best team. I'm telling you right now.
Shut up. At the Commanders, I'll start this one out because you started out like the last 4 or 5. Win against the Commanders, loss against the Colts, lost to the Chargers, lost to the Eagles. I believe.
I got the beat.
I think.
Fuck this fucking ass.
I think I had them losing to Houston in Houston. Okay, so I have them winning here. Okay, so that's 2-5 right there. I think, or 2-4. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they're 2-4. Or no. They're 2 and I guess they're 2-3 here. I guess.
I got them 2.
At Indy, that's a loss. Home against the Giants, I think that's a loss. Home against Denver, that's a loss. Home against the Raiders, that's a loss. At Kansas City, that's a loss. Ravens, loss. So 2-9. At Detroit,
you fucking out.
That's the loss in Detroit. At Tennessee, that's a loss. Dallas at home, I'm gonna say a loss at 2-12. At the Jets, loss. Texans, I have them losing. In the Titans, I have them losing. So 2-15.
I got them 7-10.
Who do you have them beating? I want to hear this now.
I got them beating the Titans once.
Oh, you're nuts.
I have them being the Texans once. They're going to beat the Jets.
It's a question of their scheduling, right?
They're going to beat the Lions.
Later on this month, they've got A&M and then the
They're going to beat the Giants.
And
I say they beat the Colts.
7-10. I don't know about that one, man. I just haven't beaten Houston, and I haven't.
I got them being better than what they were.
That's really all I haven't beaten. Is literally one road win and one home win. That's all I have.
I got them. They blew it against the Jags last year.
Yeah.
Well, it's fucking.
So the Las Vegas Raiders. I'll start this one out. At the Los Angeles Chargers, that's a loss. Home against the Cardinals.
This is borderline racism.
That is a win. At Tennessee is a win. Home against Denver is a loss.
Wait, what team are you on?
The Raiders. At the Chiefs, I'm going to say a loss. They'll go 2-3.
No.
Okay. What else? Oh yeah. The Texans I have as a win. The Saints I have as a win. So they're 4-3 there. At Jacksonville I have as a win. Home against the Colts I have as a loss. And at that point I believe they're at 4 losses. I believe now they're playing 5-4. Denver 5-5.
The AFC West isn't.
At Seattle 6-5. Chargers 6-6. At the Rams is a loss. 10 days later they face the Patriots, and that is a loss. Oh, that's a win. I'm sorry, not loss. That's 7-6 there. I think.
I picked the Chargers to win this division, but
the Steelers.
Either team could fucking win.
They could, yeah. The Steelers is a loss. The 49ers, I believe, will be a win, and the Chiefs will be a loss, I believe. So that's 8-9.
All right, let me do it.
Yeah.
Against the Chargers, that's a loss. Against the Cardinals, I say they win that.
Yep, I have that one.
Against the Titans, I say they win that.
Yeah.
Against the Broncos, I say they split. Against the Chiefs, I say they split.
So you have them winning at home against the Broncos then because it's split because the first game's in Las Vegas.
I had to win on the road.
Oh, you have them winning in Denver? I don't know about that. Yeah, your best bet's probably the only I say.
Let's see. Against the Chargers, against the Cardinals, win. Titans,
Win.
Broncos, L right here.
Okay.
Against the Chiefs. Is it going to be in our head?
Yeah.
That's an L there. Against the Texans, that's a win. Against the Saints, that's a win. Jaguars, that's a win. Against the Colts, that's an L. Against the Broncos right here.
So you're gonna win in Denver and they're not gonna win at home against them the first time out?
Yeah, so okay. Against the Seahawks, that's a win.
I don't know why I would bet against Russell
Against the
Wilson.
Chargers, that's an L. Against the Rams, that's an L. Against the Patriots.
I haven't with a win against the Patriots. I'm sorry. We got Josh McDaniels who's gonna outsmart them. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You had the Patriots going at 10-7. I have going at 8-9.
They had a ton of talent.
And I just think that
No,
December.
so I have to keep track of this. But you know what? I'm going to give the Raiders a win there. Against the Steelers, that's a win. Against the 49ers, that's an L. Against the Chiefs, that's an L.
So you haven't losing the last 2 games of the year.
9-8.
Wow. I have an 8-9. All right, Kansas.
It's freaking hard. It's actually kind of hard now that there's 17 games.
Yeah. I'll start with the Broncos.
And like I said, either team can freaking win this division.
Exactly. Yeah. At Seattle, the Broncos will be playing. Russell Wilson's big return in Seattle for Seattle Seahawks. Great. That's a win for Denver. Home against the Texans. That's a win. Away to the 49ers. That's a win. Against the Raiders. That's a win. At home against the Colts. That's a win. At the Los Angeles Chargers. That's a win. Against the Jets. That's a win. At Jacksonville. That's a win. At Tennessee, I think I had Tennessee.
No, I say that's a L.
You know what?
That's a trap game.
Yeah, first loss. Yeah, first loss for them too.
Against the Raiders. I had that as an L.
I had that as a win.
Against the Panthers.
At Carolina, that's a win.
Ravens.
That's a win. Against the Chiefs, I think, you know
I
what?
say they split against the Chiefs.
I say so
I'll
too.
give them this one.
I'll give them a loss here. Actually,
Cardinals.
no, actually, I'll give them a win. Screw that. Cardinals. Cardinals, that's a win. At the LA Rams, it's a loss. At the Chiefs, it's a loss. And I think they're going to lose 3 straight here. I think they're going to lose the Chargers. They'll split the Chargers, too. Because I am going at 13-4. So there you go. You had the Chargers win the division, right? All right, let's go to the Chargers.
It's kind of hard. Like I
Actually,
said,
let's go to Kansas City first.
Even one of these teams can freaking win their division. So it's kind of hard to like.
Let's put this.
KC first.
Let's see. You start.
I just start off. That's the Cardinals. It's the Chargers. I say that's an L. It's the Colts. It's a win. That's the Bucks. I say that's a win for them.
Oh.
Against the Raiders. L. Against the Bills.
Wow, that's a shocker.
L.
You think that was a Monday Night Football? I thought they just beat the tip.
I got them split against the Raiders. So
yeah.
Against the Bills. That's the L. So far, 3-3. It's the 49ers. That's a win. It's the Titans. That's a win. It's the Jaguars. That's an L. That's a win. Against the Chargers. That's a split. So they won the first.
It's going to be interesting to see. Haynes King won the job over Max Johnson during training camp, but when the competition gets better,
against the Rams, that's going to be an L.
Yep.
It's the Bengals.
You said they were going to win that one.
So far right now they got 8 wins. Against the Broncos, like I said, they're going to split that one. So
I think you said they're going to win. I think you said I don't know.
I say they're going to win the first one.
Yeah.
Against the Texans, that's a win. Against the Seahawks, that's a win. Against the Chiefs. Against the Broncos, I said they're going to split. So 1-1 there. I gave them the first one. Against the Raiders, that's going to be an L.
So you have what?
10-7, I believe.
I'll give you. Okay,
it's hard to keep track.
I'll start.
When they're playing the team.
At the Cardinals, it's a win. Against the Chargers, it's a loss. Against the Colts, it's a loss. Against the Bucks, it's a loss. So it's 1-3. They beat the Raiders. They lose to Buffalo. I think they beat the 49ers here, so I have them going right out of the gate here. 1-3. They get the win against the Raiders. They lose to the Buffalo Bills. They beat the 49ers. They're 3-4. The Tennessee Titans, I think I said upset win for them in KC, so I'll go 3-5 here. Jacksonville, it's a win. At the Chargers, it's a win. 5-5. Good. Rams, loss. Bengals, loss. 5-7. There you go. Okay. They're gonna lose to Denver here at 5-8. They'll beat the Texans. They'll beat the Seattle Seahawks. They'll lose. Oh no! Wait a minute.
It's hard to keep track when it's like.
Wait a minute.
I face a team twice.
Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, that's right. No, because I had Denver being stuck this year. That's right. Okay. So either way, they're gonna miss the playoffs. They sweep Denver here. They lose to basically everybody else. They win against everybody else. They lose against crappy teams. They lose against good teams. So 9-8 and miss the playoffs. So there you go. Chiefs missed the playoffs. Now the Chargers. Week 1 against the Raiders. That's a win. At the Chiefs. That's a loss. Actually. No, it's a win. That's right.
I say they lose the first one, win the second.
Okay, good enough.
It's the Jaguars. Texans, win. It's the Browns, win. Against the Broncos the first time, L. No, I gave them. Like I said, first time. Against the Broncos, split, but they'll lose the first one.
Okay.
It's the Seahawks, win. Falcons, win. Niners, I say they take an L. It's the Chiefs.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's the Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs. Ding.
Win. It's the Cardinals, win. It's the Raiders, win. It's the Dolphins, win. It's the Titans, win. It's the Colts, I say take an L there. It's the Rams, yeah, I'll the Rams. And against the Broncos, last one to take an L. So I got them going 12-5.
All right, I'll give you the start out. I'll start off here. Raiders here, a win. The Chiefs win. The Jaguars win. The Texans win. The Browns win. Denver loss. Seattle win. The Falcons win. The 49ers a loss. The Chiefs a loss. I don't know. The Cardinals a loss. So that right there is 4 losses right there. Okay. At the Raiders, I think I had the Raiders being swept against them. I'm not sure. The Dolphins, they beat them. The Titans, I think the Titans beat them. The Colts beat them. The Rams beat them. The Broncos, they lose on purpose. Yeah, so they'll go. What? I think I have that's what is it? 4 more. I think I have like 3 or 4 more losses. They're 10-7. So I have them. I have the Chargers in the playoffs as a 7 seed with that record.
I thought no matter what, the Chargers will make it.
No matter what, but they'll be like one of those teams that are like one and done. They play Denver again anyway, and then they lose to Denver. So that's that.
Now Dallas.
Now for the AFC pitchers completely. Let's stick with that for a minute. Buffalo goes 15-2. The Broncos goes 13-4. The Bengals goes 13-4. The Colts go 12-5. The Titans go 11-6, 12-5. The Steelers are in the playoffs at 12-5. And the Chargers go 10-7. So that would mean because now they're that 7 seed rule, which I hate that rule. The Chargers would then have to go to Denver, face Denver, lose to Denver. And the Steelers had to go in, face the Bengals, they lose to Cincinnati, and obviously 50, 14, it would be Tennessee and Indianapolis. And I think right now Indianapolis beats Tennessee. So that's it so far for that AFC playoff system for that one. But then it's Bengals, Broncos, Burrow pulls up the upset in Denver, and goes to the AFC title to face Buffalo, obviously. And then you know the rest. Buffalo beats Cincy, Buffalo's back in the Super Bowl. I have Buffalo 49ers in the Super Bowl. But I'll give you more on the NFC playoff picture right now. So you start with the NFC playoff picture, and we'll start off with the.
I'll start with the NFC East.
Yeah.
Well, after the Cowboys are going to win.
What?
I said the Cowboys are definitely winning that division, but the Eagles, I see them making a run for the money.
Yeah, so you're in the wild card pick there.
So Dallas.
So what do you have in your AFC playoff picture at this point? I didn't even give you your pick. I know you only get the NFC playoff picture, but like, who do you have like?
Buffalo, obviously.
As number 1 seed?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm not going to say seeds. I'm just saying so the 17.
We had to get the seeding built for those teams, though. We can't just have like.
Got Buffalo at the first seed.
Yep. You had a 14th place.
Then I'll have San.
Because
Denver has a winning record. So Buffalo will be the first seed.
Yeah.
Denver the second seed.
So you don't have LA winning the division now. Or you just gave them the second seed.
That was going to be a wild card.
You now think the LA's going to be a wild card now? Okay.
No,
right.
based on
Okay.
Based on the thing, like it's hard to remember. I technically had Denver with a higher record than LA.
But you had LA. You
But
had LA for the
no, but
last 2 months.
like I said, the AFC West could be whatever. But in terms of like the schedule, looks like Denver has like
Yeah.
one more.
So
But
Denver
that could change.
Yeah, that could change. Yeah. But
So as of right now,
right
based on like what I said, the records, Buffalo number 1.
Yep.
The Broncos are number 2.
Yep.
And then it was Cincy at 3.
Yep.
It's one thing
Indianapolis at 4.
Yep.
Here's what happens when you start pressing.
The 5th seed, the wild card,
Yep.
the Chargers.
Yep.
Right there. You know, I mean, you're trying to sit there and say we're the better team. I'm just going to show
And
you we're going to win it this way. When it doesn't happen, it can shift
The
their
6th
confidence.
seed.
But I
There's
think you're gonna
there's
see
3
a
wild
difference
cards
in
left,
State.
Yes.
They have matured. They have I think
6th
they lead the
seed will
nation
most
6-year
likely
playoff.
be
So they have a bunch of mature guys that are going to help the younger guys.
Chiefs.
Look at this.
Okay.
Build off of it.
Your
and the 7th
seed.
seed.
And I still think their schedule sets
Will
up
probably be the
really well for
Patriots.
not just in the
Wow.
ACC.
So you have New England going right to Denver again when they're in Denver.
You really
Yeah,
like
most
them
likely.
making a big run this year.
And who do you have the rest of the way to AFC playoff picture? Do you have Cincinnati beating Buffalo 2 in the 3rd seed, or do you have Denver beating Cincinnati here, and it would be Denver and Buffalo?
I say Cincy beats
There's
Denver.
not a team on that.
All right, so you have Cincinnati and Buffalo in the AFC title games too, just like me.
And I say Buffalo beats.
If you're
Yeah,
going to
they
make a magical
The
run,
Buffalo's in the
you
Super
need
Bowl.
to look
The Buffalo's in the Super Bowl so far.
I say that Bengals team definitely will win the Super Bowl for the next 5 years.
when
Okay.
you're down in this situation.
All right, so we'll start with the Dallas Cowboys. What's your record going to be with the Cowboys? Mine is going to be Browns. I love Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh my God, he's going right to that. What the? Stop going to Cleveland. I don't want to go to Cleveland.
All right, first game.
Now let's go to Cincinnati.
And this was one of those games, hey,
Okay, now.
Oh yeah, this one's not big. Close off.
They play the Bucks. And I see that as a W.
No.
Then they play the Bengals. It's going to be an L. It's a John. Obviously, I see them sweeping
The Giants.
their entire division.
Yeah, the division sucks. Okay.
So first game Bucks, that's a win. Against the Bengals, that's an L. Against the Cowboys, against the Giants, that's a win. Against the Commanders, win. Rams, that's an L. Against the Eagles, win. Against the Lions, win. Bears, win. Against the Packers, L. Against the Vikings, win. Against the Redskins, win. Against the Colts, that's an L. Against the Texans, win. Jaguars, win. Eagles, win. Titans, I said they lose to the Titans. Against the Commanders, win. So
All right.
11-5, 11-6.
Okay. So I'll give you this one. I think I actually agree with you on the Bucks possibly losing that game. I think the Bucks are 0-1 there. Then they lose to Cincinnati. They beat the Giants. They beat the Commanders. They then lose to the Rams, which will make them go 3-2 there. They lose to the Eagles. They go 3-3. They beat the Lions at 4-3. They beat the Bears at 5-3. I think they lose to Minnesota. Minnesota will come in a actually no. They beat the Packers. They lose to Minnesota.
But so far right now we have the Bills as the best team. The worst team, I think, so far is probably the Bears.
Of course, Bears always suck. Right, Cleveland might even be the worst one actually. I'm going 3-14, and that's even with the Deshaun Watson return.
So far the worst team I believe we have is the.
So
There's even the Bears and the Giants.
yeah. So they sweep the Giants. They're 7-4 there. At home against the Colts, I think I had the Colts losing that one anyway, so it's 8-4. At Houston, at home against Houston, that's a win. Jacksonville has a win. Philadelphia, they lose on Christmas Eve. They lose to the Tennessee Titans, I believe, and they beat the Commanders. So they are at that point 11-6, I believe, with this record.
Yeah, we agree with that.
So we'll agree with that one. Just win-loss thing is different there.
Now the Giants. Against the Titans, L. Against the Panthers, L. Against the Cowboys, L. Against the Bears, win. Against the Packers, L. Ravens, L.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, Packers is right. Yeah.
Against the Jaguars. I think I have the Jaguars beaten.
I believe I had the Jaguars.
L. Against the Seahawks.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, that's where they're first.
You know what, really? I feel like Seattle might be the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to against the
Seattle.
Seahawks. Win.
I got to be
Against the Texans, win. Against the Lions. Oh, good. Lions might win. So, L.
Yeah.
Against the Cowboys, L. Against the Commanders. I say it's split against the Commanders. They won the first one. Against the Eagles, I feel like. Nah, they're never winning against the Eagles. L. Commanders, Vikings, L.
Giants.
Colts, L. Eagles, L.
Okay, yeah.
4-13. So far, the Giants are the worst team.
Yep. Giants lost. Panthers lost. Cowboys lost. Bears
Like I
win.
said, Giants lost.
I'm sorry. Titans, L. Panthers, L. Cowboys, L. Bears win. Giants, Packers in London, L. They're 1-4 there. Ravens, that's a win, upset win. I think I had an upset win, I think, for them. Or no.
I got the 4-13. That's all I remember.
Screw it. Yeah, 4-13. I agree. But I think one of those wins will go against the Texans and not the Seahawks.
All right, now the Eagles against the Lions.
Let me start with the Eagles. Let me start with the Eagles. You start it. Okay. At the Lions, a win. And we get the Vikings, Monday Night Football. That's a win. At the Commanders, that's a win. At Jacksonville, that's a win. At Arizona, that is their first loss. That is their first loss. In this case, they're 4-1. At the Dallas, no, win, 5-1. Pittsburgh, at home, that's a win. They're 6-1. The Houston Texans, that is a win. The Commanders, a win. The Colts, a loss. Oh, no, wait. Crap. No, I think I had the Colts way out, right? No, I didn't.
got that Colts.
No, that's a loss, yeah. I think Titans at home, that's a loss. That's 3 losses there.
I think they beat the Titans.
Okay. They play the Giants, it's a win. They play the Bears, that's a win. They play the Dallas Cowboys on Christmas Eve, that's a win. They lose the Saints in an upset trap game, and they beat the Giants. So they're 13-4, I think, in this case.
I got them 12-5.
Yeah. Wow.
Like I said the Eagles might be one of the surprising teams this year.
Yeah. Let's go to the Giants. Oh no, let's go.
So really,
let's go to
so
the
far
Bears.
we got Philly winning the division.
Yeah, I got yeah.
But Dallas may win, like I said.
Yeah.
We're
Commanders.
just doing it based on schedule. Like,
All right.
who they play.
Yeah, Commanders. They're playing Jacksonville Jaguars week 1. That's a loss.
And Redskins, God damn it.
Yep. Detroit. That's a loss. At home against Philadelphia. That's a loss. Against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. That's a loss. Tennessee loss 0-5 right there. At Chicago, Thursday night primetime game. I trust the Bears more than I do trust the Commanders. They're 0-6, and that's Carson Wentz's starting quarterback at 0-6. That's when they pull. That's when they pull in the old Taylor Heineke trick here. Carson Wentz get done after week 6. Against the Packers, with Heineke in this game, that's a loss. They're 0-7. Okay, keep that in mind. At Indianapolis, that's a loss. They're 0-8. Against the Vikings, yes, the Vikings. Guess what, guys? Still a loss. At Philadelphia, they're just going to start Carson Wentz in this game just for the hell of it because they think Heineke sucks and they have no idea what the hell they're doing. That's a loss. They're 0-10.
If they bench Carson and then Heineke, I say give Howell.
Yeah. They put Heineke back in this game against the Houston Texans. Guess what? That's a loss. Against the Atlanta Falcons, that's a loss. So they're 0-12 right here.
I got them free.
Who do you have them beating?
I got them beating
so far.
I got them beating the Jaguars and the Lions and the Bears.
Oh,
No, not the Bears.
Nuts.
I got them beating the Jaguars, the Lions, and the Texans.
Oh, you're out of your mind. They're not going to win Houston. At the Giants, I think the Giants. I think the
They
Giants.
play the Giants back to back. What the fuck?
They do. Yes. Both losses, by the way. Okay. Get ready for this one. San Francisco. That's a win. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's an L.
I'm kidding.
Fuck.
That's an L. Cleveland. You know what? I think Cleveland. Cleveland might get their wins back in this one. They're going 4-13. Yes. And the Dallas Cowboys. Guess what?
Yeah, about it.
They're done.
I got them 4-13.
0-17.
Okay,
that is right here. You
they're
heard
not
it
gonna
here
go
first. 0-17. You want to know why? Because Carson Wentz
I don't think
sucks.
They're not going to go 0-17.
Carson Wentz isn't that McLaurin.
No, the thing is,
who else they have a wide receiver?
Carson Wentz isn't that bad.
No, but he'll lose the first 6 games. They'll play the Heineke thing move. They'll be all confused. They'll all be bent out of shape. You want to know what they'll do? I'll bet they put Sam Howell in the week they play the 49ers on Christmas Eve, just to get the kid a gift. Because you want to know why? Because of the Commanders. They have a dumb owner. They have a dumb wife as an owner. They have a dumb head coach who's woke now. And you have a dumb defensive coordinator who can't get the hell out of there fast.
I got them 4-13.
You're nuts. They're 0-17. That's where they belong.
They're not going to go 0-17.
They'll get what they'll do.
There's going to be no team that ends up winless this year.
Yes, there will be. And it's this team right here. I'm looking at their schedule right now. It screams out 0-17.
They got a good defense, though.
I don't care how good their defense is.
They're not going to go 0-17.
Chase Young can carry that team as much as he wants on defense. The reality is they have no secondary. They have nothing to show for the passers besides Chase Young. Their offensive line's terrible. Half the defensive players retired. Jack Del Rio has lost the team because everybody's not woke or half woke. They're not focused right now.
They'll win a few games.
And Carson Wentz is only there for the money. He does not want to be in Washington, D.C. right now dealing with the Snyder family. I'm sorry. He doesn't.
All right, it's not that. So
0-17.
So far, we got the Eagles winning the division. And the Cowboys will make it as a wild card.
Yeah, the Cowboys will give it 60. I think what's going to end up happening is that San Francisco gets the second seed. Like
I still pick the Cowboys to win the division, but based on, like I said, we're doing this based on the schedule.
Yeah, I basically have the Eagles.
Based on the schedule, so
I had the Eagles.
Have
the weird thing is, I had the Eagles as a third team. I didn't have them going 13-4, but now I actually feel more confident with this record. I really do.
All right, now the
Commanders go 0-17. There you go. I rest my case. They suck. And you're right. Tyler Heineke sucks too. You've been telling me all the time that Heineke sucks. There you go.
You're here thinking he'll be like the next Tom Brady. I'm like, yo, I didn't.
Good game
against him.
I didn't say the next Tom Brady. I said a quarterback that might be in the above average conversation. I didn't say anything about the next Tom Brady. So take that out of your mouth. That's not what I said at all. Not even
Like
close.
one good game.
All right,
this time,
Chicago
you think
Bears.
he's
Got
got
the
it.
Chicago Bears. I didn't think he was got it.
If you did, you'll praise him.
49ers, Bears,
You have a
lost.
shrine right there.
The Bears Packers lost 0-2. Okay, September 25th, Texans lost. They're losing to the Texans in that game. They're going 0-3. The Giants, that's a win. October 9th at the Vikings, that's a loss. The Commanders, that's a win. So that's what I get. That's 2-4 for them so far.
I got them free.
Okay. At the Patriots, that's a loss. They're I think that would be week 7. I believe.
Like 49ers, I have them as a loss.
Yeah.
Just the Bears as a loss. Just the Texans.
Right now I have them at
Giants as a
2-5.
win. Vikings as a loss.
So after the Patriots game, that's a loss. They're 2-6 there.
Cowboys, that's a loss.
Dolphins, that's a loss. Lions, that's a loss. Falcons, that's a win. That's 3-7 or 3-8.
Falcons, that's a loss.
At the Jets, win. Eagles lost. Bills lost. Lions lost. Vikings lost. Packers lost.
Packers lost. Eagles lost.
I mean, I basically have this team going right now at this point 4-13.
Lost. Yeah.
4-13. I rest my case. The
They
Bears,
split against the Lions.
I think against I think. Yeah, I think you might be right. Then again,
Green Bay, I'm gonna start.
you're gonna start going at it. Go ahead with Green Bay.
Against the Vikings, that's a win. Against the Bears, win. Bucks, win.
Yeah, I actually have it too.
Against the Patriots,
Win.
win.
Giants,
Jets,
win.
Jets,
Win.
Commanders, win.
Win.
Bills,
Bills, win.
lost. Yeah, that's a loss.
At
Against the
Detroit,
Lions,
win.
win.
Dallas Cowboys,
I
win.
say that's a L.
That's a win. Titans,
Against the Titans, win. Against the Eagles, win.
win. Oh, actually, no. Wait. Hold on.
Against the Rams, win.
I think the Eagles beat them here.
That's a no. Against the Rams,
A loss.
no, yeah.
Miami Christmas Day, a loss. Vikings, Lions win on the way. So I have them 14-3
Me too.
with the losses to Miami, the Rams, and the Eagles.
No, I thought it was 14-3.
Playing it okay.
Detroit.
Detroit, here we go. I'll
No,
start.
let me start with this piece of shit team.
I'll start with this.
This piece of shit team.
Eagles,
Piece of
loss.
shit.
Commanders win. The Vikings win. So they're 2-1. Okay. Seattle, upset loss, 2-2. After that, they play against the Patriots in New England. That's a loss. They're 2-3. They have a bye, so they play after the bye the Dallas Cowboys. That's a loss. The Dolphins, a loss. The Bears, a win. The Giants, a win. Buffalo, loss. So what's that now? 4-7 for them. 4-8. Anyway, Jacksonville, win. The Vikings again at home. The Vikings split this one. They go 5-9. At the Jets, 6-9. At Carolina, 6-10. The Bears, they beat their 7-10. So 7-10. There you go. That's all you need to know. Moving on. The Vikings. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready. I'm ready. Vikings, Packers. Loss. Lost right out of the gates. At Philadelphia, lost. At Detroit, lost. Saints in London. That is, my friends, is what you call a loss. They're 0-4.
I got the one in there.
Okay.
and punched his wife to the
Whatever.
ground and kicked her in the head.
The Bears, I have them winning that one against the Bears, losing to Miami. They're 1-5, I believe, at that point. So they have a bye. Oh no, do they have a bye? No, they don't have a bye. They have a bye. At the Cardinals, that's a loss. Oh, I'm sorry, they're home against the Cardinals. That's still a loss. The Commanders, they beat the Commanders there. They lose to Buffalo. They beat Dallas in the trap game. The 24th, they play the Patriots. That's a loss. So they're 3-8 to 3-9 at that point. Who cares? The Jets win. The Lions, they beat the Lions. Sorry, I had a split there. Colts, they lose to the Giants. They beat, and the Bears, they lose to, I believe. Or no, I'm missing the game here.
I got the split against the Bears.
Oh, yeah, Packers get swept. They go here 6-11.
I got them 7-10.
6-11, better enough for me. Carolina Panthers. Actually, no, let's start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Why the hell not? Let's try this out.
No, we're going to start
No, let's start with the Buccaneers. It's right here. They're the division winners from last year anyway. So let's start with the division winners. Let's start with Tom Brady. We'll get to a Tom Brady segment later on in the show.
Against the Cowboys, I had that as L.
Yep, that was a win too.
Against the Saints,
Win.
Packers,
Loss. So 1 and 2 start.
Chiefs,
Win. 2 and 2. Brady's, yeah, you did. So you had the Buccaneers.
so far winning for me.
Yeah. So Chiefs 2 and 2 for me. Falcons, they'll be the Falcons 3 and 2. They lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers at 3 and 3. At Carolina, that's a win. Against the Ravens, that's a win. The Rams at home, that's a loss. That is a loss. Ironically, I have losing the Rams here. I don't think the Rams are going to beat them this year. I just don't see it happening. So that's a 5 and 4 record.
I see the 49ers game being an upset.
Seahawks, Bucks 6 and 4, Browns 7 and 4, Saints 8 and 4. They shoot the Saints. They beat the 49ers. They beat the Bengals. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Panthers, and they beat the Falcons, which means
I got them 10-7.
they are 13 and 4.
I got them 10-7.
I think they start at 5 and 4. They just won an 18 winning streak.
And Dan
I'm telling you, that's how they do it. It seems weird. I mean, everybody just go 13 and 4 in this division. Was my prediction here. Let's go with the Falcons here. Or let's go with the Panthers right now. Let's make
I said safer.
And improve city service. Together.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the
I'm
Saints.
sorry. It's the Browns. L. Wait, no, that's a win.
Win.
That's a win. That's a win. Against the Giants, win. Against the Saints, win. Against the Cardinals, L. 49ers, L. Rams, L. Buccaneers, L.
Nelly
Falcons,
Gordia's campaign is
L.
getting desperate,
Bengals.
using extreme MAGA
Yeah,
Republicans
Bengals,
to make
L.
false attacks.
Falcons again.
Gordia was
They
taken
won that
off
one.
the airwaves
Against
because
the
she
Ravens,
got caught
L.
lying. Rhode Islanders
Against the
know
Broncos,
better.
L.
Dan McKee
Against the
always
Seahawks,
puts Rhode
win.
Island first.
Against the
He led
Steelers,
one of the
L.
nation's
Against the
strongest
Lions,
pandemic
say
economic
upset.
recoveries. Signed
The
one
Lions
of the
win.
toughest gun
That's an L.
safety laws in
Against the
America
Buccaneers,
and took
L.
action to
Against
protect
the Saints,
abortion rights
L.
for Rhode Island women.
So what's that?
That's 5 and 12.
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna rock and roll. Ready for this one?
Racing.
Browns, Panthers, win. Panthers, Giants in MetLife, win. Saints, win. Cardinals, win. 49ers, loss. Rams, loss. Let's see, they're 4 and 2 there. Buccaneers, loss. Falcons, loss. Bengals, loss. Falcons again, loss. Ravens, loss. Broncos, loss. Seattle Seahawks, loss. The Steelers, loss. The Lions, I think I had them beating the Lions at that point. It's a win for them. Good. Tampa Bay, lost. The Saints, a win. So they're 6 and 11.
Giveaway.
They suck. Yeah.
They suck. People will make you.
Yep. Saints.
Or maybe it's gonna be the best game is gonna play against the Browns. It'll be like shit the rest of the way.
So I'll start with the Falcons here. Saints, Falcons. Week 1, Falcons will be upset. They go up 1-0. They lose to the Rams at 1-1. They beat the Seattle Seahawks at 2-1. They beat the Browns at 3-1. They lose to Tampa 3-2. They lose to the 49ers 3-3. They lose to the Bengals 3-4. They beat the Panthers 4-4. They lose to the Chargers 4-5. They beat the Panthers again. They're 5-5. They beat the Bears 6-5. They beat the Commanders. They're 7-5. Here, Steelers loss. Saints loss. 7-7. At the Ravens, loss. At home against the Cardinals, a loss. And guess what? It's a loss. 7-10.
I got them 5 and 12.
7-10. Doesn't hurt the starting quarterback throughout the entire year. Anyway,
Yeah, Mario's, I think, is starting so far.
I don't think
Mario will get benched after week 3.
if Mario does start, I think he gets benched after week 1. I'll put it to you that way. He might have beaten the Saints.
Alexis is the Saints.
Actually, I think
It's the Falcons. Win. It's the Bucks. Loss. It's the Panthers. Win. It's the Vikings.
Wait, what team do you want?
Saints.
Oh, okay. Got him?
All right, that's it. Against the Falcons, first game. Win. Against the Bucks, that's a loss. Against the Panthers, that's a win. Against the Vikings, that's a loss. Against the Seahawks, that's a win. Against the Bengals, loss. Against the Cardinals, loss. Against the Raiders, win. Against the Steelers, win. Against the Rams, loss. Against the 49ers, loss. Against the Bucks, loss. Against the Falcons again, win. Against the Browns, I'm going to say that's a loss. Against the Eagles,
as Notre Dame and
Lost.
Ohio State
It's a
collide for the
Panthers.
first time on a campus in more than a quarter
All
century.
right.
7-10.
All right. Saints Falcons lost for the Saints 0-1.
Yeah.
They lose to the Buccaneers 0-2. They lose to the Panthers. They're 0-3. They beat the Vikings here. They're 1-3. They beat the Seahawks. They're 2-3. They lose to the Bengals 2-4. Lose to the Cardinals 2-5. Lose to the Raiders 2-6. Lose to the Ravens 2-7. Lose to the Steelers. Lose to the Steelers 2-8. Lose to the Rams 2-9. Lose to the 49ers 2-10. They lose to the Buccaneers 2-11. They beat. I think they had them going even against the Falcons here. I don't remember. They beat Cleveland. They beat Philadelphia in an upset, and they played the Panthers. So they I can go 5-12. There you go.
7-10.
Yep. 49ers. I will start this one out. This is easy. The Bears
Well,
win.
just for reference, we got the Buccaneers winning.
Regardless, yeah. I had one to 8 straight at the end of the year.
Because they all suck.
After they lose to the Rams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they suck.
I know. Okay. Who sucks?
Pull up.
Who sucks? I don't even know who's saying who sucks right now.
You talk about the 49ers. I use that.
Okay. All right, I'll make this quick then.
Just rant about Trey Lance.
Trey Lance will be the starting quarterback for this team right now at this point. This gets into the point about Jimmy G here. Before I do that, there's a little bit darkness here. There we go. Oh, the lighting's so much better in here. Wow. All right. So, the 49ers, Steve Young was saying this is a hairy situation, was not liking the idea of Jimmy G going back with the 49ers at this point, having a restructured contract. That was an issue for the word go. I did not like that idea either. Hack is killing me. I apologize, everybody. Mine here is just a little too loud here. But Lance was not. But Garoppolo and Lance situation now is a lot of drama there. You got John Lynch and Shanahan even admitting they were trying to trade him at this point. The way I see it here, this is how I see it going. Jimmy G is the backup quarterback now at this point. He's settled with the backup quarterback role. He's settled with the backup quarterback restructured contract and basically taking a pay cut here of an $8 million pay cut. Look, you accepted the deal at this point. Even if you leave San Francisco now at this point right now, you're not looking as a starter ever again. You never earned the starting job in the first place. You got given the job by Bill Belichick when Tom Brady decided to take a 4-game suspension back in 2016. That's it. I mean, to me, in reality, and then you got injured when you were the starter anyway. So you're not really trusted as a starting quarterback. You're basically a guy right now who's taped together, stapled together, and welded together at this point to be a starting quarterback in this league. And the only reason why you were traded from New England to San Francisco is because Tom Brady felt threatened. You got the San Francisco job because the 49ers
I'm relieved.
sucked. They had no other great quarterback there besides Garoppolo. Now you got Trey Lance there at this point. He's going to take the job, and here's how it's going to happen. There you go.
Trey Lance is already the starter, basically.
Exactly. So Lance will be the starter. Jimmy Garoppolo, you're the backup quarterback. Sorry, accept it. It's over with now. Big whoop. If Brett Favre don't like it, too bad. If Kurt Warner don't like it, too bad. If Steve Young don't like it, too bad.
Like Jimmy Garoppolo would still be a
He's
starter.
not a starting quarterback.
I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo would still be a starter if he wasn't
Injury
prone.
That's it.
Exactly.
There you go. Bars.
All right.
There we go.
My 49ers.
All right. So
What was the record?
I didn't go to the record because I had Atlanta ran about it.
Oh.
But here it is.
Racism.
49ers Bears win. Seahawks 49ers win. At the Broncos, loss. The Rams win. The Panthers win. Falcons win. At home against the Chiefs, I think I had the Chiefs winning that one too in an upset win. I don't remember, but I'm going to go with a loss in that one. At the Rams, that's a win. The Chargers, that's a loss. So that's 3 losses right there. At the Cardinals, that's a win. The Saints at home, that's a win. The Dolphins, that's a win. Against Tampa Bay, that's a loss. That's their 4th loss of the year. Rest of the way at Seattle in a Thursday night primetime game, that's a win. Commanders win. Raiders win. Cardinals win. Bars 13-4.
I got the 13-14.
And then a number 2 seed, by the way.
I got the 13-14.
Okay. So basically the same exact record that I had at this point.
Arizona.
Did you agree with all the right wins and losses I had though, or did you want to go over?
No, there was a few that were different, but
just go.
All that matters is the records.
Okay, that's fine. So Cardinals. I'll start with the Cardinals from my back because I should tell you. How about this? I'll give you the last 2. I'll give you the Rams and Seahawks.
Racist, yeah.
Okay, good. Good. I'm racist. At the at the Chiefs. I'm sorry, at home against the Chiefs. I had the Cardinals. I think I had the Cardinals in the beginning winning this one. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's gonna be a tie.
It might be a tie. You never know. No, actually, you know what? I don't remember now. Shit. But anyway, the Chiefs are gonna be 98 regardless. The Cardinals at home against the Chiefs. I think I had that as a loss. Raiders loss, Rams loss, Panthers win, Eagles loss 1-4. At Seattle 2-4, the Saints 3-4, the Vikings 4-4, Seahawks again 5-4, the Rams 5-5, 49ers 5-6, Chargers 5-7, Denver makes it 5-8. They lose to the Buccaneers at 5-9. I'm missing a game here in the 17 games here, so I'm missing.
I was going for. I got them.
Oh, the Patriots. I'll beat the Patriots. So they'll basically go 6. The rest of the way, they'll beat the Falcons here. They'll lose to the 49ers again at the end of the year. They lose to the Chargers, I believe, the Broncos, and the Bucks. That makes it go 6-11.
I got them 8-9.
Good for you. And you haven't Patriots beaten them, right? I think, or you haven't.
Yes, I got them beaten. Got them verbally abusing them.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you start with the Rams, big boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We haven't beaten.
First game against the Bills.
Yep.
Didn't we both have the Bills winning?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an L. Against the Falcons, that's a win. Against the Cardinals, that's a win. 49ers, win. Cowboys. I think I have the Cowboys beating them, so I'm going to say L there. Against the Panthers, that's a win. Against the Niners again. No, I got them actually splitting against the Niners.
Yeah, I'm splitting against the Niners too. But I don't remember.
Yeah, so that'll be an L there. Against the Buccaneers, I say that's a win. Against the Cardinals, win. Against the Saints, win. Against the Chiefs, I think we have that as a L. Against the Seahawks, win. Raiders, win. Packers, L. Broncos. I want that'll be an L too. Against the Chargers, win. Against the Seahawks, win. 11-6, I believe.
All right, I'll start off with this one. They right out of the gate here, they're gonna lose to Buffalo. They're gonna beat the Falcons. They're gonna beat the Cardinals. They're gonna beat the 49ers. I think they lose to the 49ers when they play them at home. A lot of high pressure there for whatever reason. The 49ers just seem to own them in SoFi Stadium, so that's just that. That at that point, they are in this case here 3-1. They beat Dallas at 4-1. They beat the Panthers at 5-1. They lose to the 49ers at 5-2. They beat the Buccaneers at 6-2. The Cardinals they beat. I think. I'm trying to remember if I had them beating the Chiefs or not. I think I did. Seahawks. I think here what's going to end up happening here is this. I think this may sound crazy.
Just go over because let's not.
Because I think because now I'm losing track here now at this point of who the hell because I think at this point because I had the 49ers going 13-4, so I don't know if that's going to be a wild card record now.
So for right now, the 49ers will win the division.
Yeah, 49ers win the division.
The Rams will be a wild card.
Yeah. They lose to 49ers. I think. I think they'll even against the 49ers. They'll lose to them here. They're 2-2.
Yeah, I got them.
They'll win they'll win that one. They'll beat the Bucks. Something tells me they lose to Kansas City though. Something tells me that.
Yeah, I got them.
I'm gonna say 12. I'm gonna say 12-5. That's all I need to know. 12-5.
11-6. Last team, the Seahawks. First game, Broncos, L. Against the 49ers, L. Against the Falcons, L. Against the Lions, that'll be a win for them. Against the Saints, L. Against the Cardinals, L. Against the Chargers, L. Against the Giants, that's a win. Against the Cardinals again, L. Against the Bucks, L. Raiders, L. Rams, L. Panthers, I say they sneak a win in there. Against the 49ers again, L. Against the Chiefs, L. Against the Jets, you know what? They're going to lose against the Jets. And against the Rams, L. So far I got the Seahawks will be the worst team in the league.
All right.
3-14.
Well, they're not my first team because I'll give you this one right now. They lose to Denver. They lose to the 49ers. They lose to the Falcons. I think I had them losing to the Lions too. So they're 0-4 there.
Seahawks have no one overall pick.
0-5. They'll lose to the Cardinals at 0-6. They'll lose to the Chargers 0-7. They beat the Giants here. I think I had the Cardinals winning there at 1-7. 1-8 Bucks. Raiders they'll lose to. The Rams will lose to. Panthers I think they'll beat. They'll lose to the 49ers. They'll lose to Kansas City. They'll beat the Jets, and they'll lose it. So that they're 3-14 here, 3-14 in my book too.
Yeah.
At this
Worst
point,
team in the league.
but they're not worse as the Commanders team will be. I have the Commanders going 0-17
They're not going
this
0.
season. Yes, they are.
They're not.
Mike, I'm going to tell you this right now. Why they will go 0-17. This is the
All right,
best.
let's not. We're at hour anyway, so that's what
I don't give a crap.
No,
This will be quick. You want to know why they're going to
No.
go 0-17? Name one opponent on here right now, on this schedule right now, that could beat this team, that they could beat. Right? You're going to go into Detroit. Into Detroit, I'm telling you right now, with Jared Goff, with Aiden Hutchinson on defense, with
He is an unproven rookie so far.
okay, he is, understand that. But he could have a big breakout game here. Washington's got no offensive line. They don't even have Chase Young for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. So tell me again, do you think Carson Wentz is going to outperform Jared Goff in Detroit?
No.
There you go. I rest my case. There's you
I got
can't
them.
you because
All right, it's too. It's,
other than
it's
the
too.
shit, it's
Okay,
not too early. It's
no,
September
it's still
3rd.
too early.
How is it too early? It's
to
15
see.
days
They
away.
got to beat the Rams. They got to beat the line.
I'm just saying here. There's
All right, so
there's
for the
not, there's
seedings.
not one team.
So for the freaking seedings,
Okay, I think
All right,
that
so-
was
so far-
Bears.
it will be. I think the Packers will be the first seed.
I'll start with the seedings here.
The Niners will be the second seed.
Yep.
Dallas the third seed,
Disagree with that. Okay.
and the Bucks and the fourth seed. I'm doing it based on what I remember.
Okay.
Then the fifth seed, the Rams.
Yep.
Sixth seed. No, fifth seed the Eagles. Sixth seed fifth seed the Rams. Sixth seed the Eagles, and seventh seed.
If even is one.
Probably the Cardinals.
I the Cardinals go 6-11. Okay, I'll give you my first 4 seeds.
No,
here.
not
give
the
it-
Cardinals because I had them.
Okay.
No, probably be. No, it's hard to remember. Probably the Fudge Bowls.
What?
Oh, whoever the seventh seed team is will have a losing record.
Oh boy.
Based on what I
It
remember,
might be the Cardinals. You might be right.
based on whatever it is, the seventh seed is going to have a losing record. So, I don't know. It'll either be the Vikings or the Cardinals. Whatever.
Okay.
Like, wait.
It might be. You're right.
Shit.
But I'll give you my first 4 or 5 seeds right now.
Hey, yoga ball?
Yeah. Go ahead. Have fun with it. I'll give you my first 4 or 5. I'll let you stretch out your body right now. And that's it.
Yeah.
Packers at 14-3. The 49ers at 13-4. The Buccaneers at 13-4, and the Eagles at 13-4. That's being said, Rams take the 5th seed, Cowboys take the 6th seed, and the 7th seed, I believe, at this point, would have to be, and I think this would probably end up being the Cardinals.
Wait, did I even say the Eagles? I don't think I said the Eagles.
You did say the Eagles. You said the Eagles would be a wild card. I don't think you even gave your 7th.
No, I don't think I did.
I don't know either. I couldn't tell.
All right, so let me.
So in this case here, this is how it would go. Dallas would face Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay would get the win. The 49ers then would beat the Buccaneers later on. That's that. You got the LA Rams at this point, who probably will put a number 1 seed, Green Bay Packers. The Packers will win that matchup. It'll be Packers versus 49ers in the NFC title game. 49ers will win in Green Bay. Lance pulls up the upset. It's Lance and Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Buffalo wins the Super Bowl. I rest my case.
Yeah,
Yes. You had
we
it
got
right.
to start talking
The
about
Buffalo Bills will be the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
The
I
Bills
rest my case.
win.
We got more stuff to talk about. We'll run it quick here. I don't know what the hell happened here. Why the hell did this change the tail? I don't know what anything is up here.
Watching
I want to miss
Tyler Buchner.
All right. By the way, Notre Dame, Ohio State is right now at 7:30. By the way, it is 7:46.
All right, let's bring up some NBA news now.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell got traded to the Cavs,
Yes.
which was surprising.
I'll tell you why this was the dumbest trade that this team could have done, because he was almost signed to New York at this point. This would be the
No. Let me explain.
Okay, go ahead. You explain.
The Knicks are a joke of an organization now.
Yes.
Because look, every single year when there's like a big free agent or someone big on the trade market, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, he's gonna go here, New York. He's gonna go to New York." Doesn't end up going to New York. They tried to get LeBron twice.
Yep.
They tried to get KD last year.
Yep.
And Kyrie last year too.
They didn't try to get LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Yeah. The only reason some players will go to New York is because it is a big market.
Yeah.
But the team around there trash. They don't know how to build a team right.
Yeah.
And like I guess they basically chose RJ over Donovan because they just gave RJ an extension a few days ago. 4 years, 120 million.
You just made my whole point right there. I agree with it 100%. But
from what the New York Knicks offered, apparently I see that their trade package is a lot better than what the Cavs gave them. Because they were prepared to offer RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes, I believe, some other player, and apparently 8 first-round picks, which is freaking wild. But like,
you want to know? Here's my take on the whole thing. I'm gonna stop you right here. Here's the reason why this deal blew up. I'll give you 2 words: James Dolan. Bottom line, the biggest cancer to the New York Knicks franchise, the biggest problem in the New York Knicks franchise is him. He is basically right now at this point the cancer of the New York Knicks. He probably killed this freaking deal. He does not care about this franchise. He only cares about how much money he takes from these fans that go to these freaking games every single time. It's James freaking Dolan. And yes, I know that's 3 words there, but I said James Dolan the first time. That was 2 words. But here's the fact of going into this whole thing. The guy is basically a curse. He's a curse to that New York Knicks franchise. That's all he is. Period. End of story. Donovan Mitchell is going to own the Knicks now every time now because guess what? Dolan killed the deal. Bottom line, I can see it happening. I can see this coming from a mile away.
Yeah, so
the Cavaliers sweep the Knicks. Period.
So in return, Cleveland, the Jazz got Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen.
And here's my opinion. The Jazz are the biggest losers here because they just lost Rudy Gobert. And now they lost Donovan Mitchell at this point, which we all knew this was happening. We all knew this was coming.
As of right now, they're probably next good player will probably be Colin Sexton.
Yeah. And he got an extension out of that deal too.
Lauri Markkanen.
Didn't he get like a 4-year extension out of that deal?
4 years, $72 million.
Yep. So there you go. I mean that right there is
honestly. Colin Sexton is one of the more underrated players in the league.
Oh, he is. Yeah, that's
he gets disrespected for no reason.
I know he does. He really does. But yeah. I mean, to me, he gets disrespected because he was looked at as the face of Cleveland, and then all of a sudden he lost that spot. So
but he was supposed to be, and then they drafted Garland.
Yeah, and Garland.
And they were basically run like a 2-point guard system.
Exactly.
But Garland came out as a better one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Garland should be part of that trade, honestly. That probably would have benefited Utah a little bit more because Sexton's got a long way to go.
So you would think that Cleveland will keep Sexton over Garland?
I think at this point, because, I mean, Mitchell's your number 1 guy now at this point in the package. So the whole thing of it is at this point, it'd be stupid to trade away Sexton at this point because, yeah, he's a waste of space in Cleveland now, but now you figure out how to be Garland. But I feel like Utah just got screwed. They got given the wrong guy. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, if you're Cleveland, you want to keep as much people as you can here. But Colin Sexton to me going to Utah is a bad move. It's a bad move for Utah.
Honestly, it's a good move for him because, honestly, he's probably the default number 1 option right now.
Yeah, he is. Right now, Utah's got nobody, but, I mean, it hurts. It hurts the Jazz.
Like, honestly, Colin Sexton could break out.
He could.
As being the main guy in Utah.
Yeah, he really could.
I can also see him averaging 25 points a game.
Yeah. I can see
the second guy will be Lauri. Then who else do they got? Rudy Gay.
I think so.
Ochai, he's going to be the development guy.
Right.
Honestly. And again, Lauri Markkanen could break out and be an all-star again. Yeah. Is it really going to work in Cleveland? Because basically right now they got 2
I think Cleveland will be a playoff team. I just don't think they'll get out of the first round.
They'll be a playoff team, but they got 2 dominant players.
I think it'll work.
Plus, they got Evan Mobley.
But here's the thing. Garland, to me, is not an ego guy. Neither is Mitchell.
An
ego guy, like higher ego.
Yeah, I feel like they're not.
It's not going to interfere with their play here. I just don't think they're good enough. That's it. I mean, they're not going to win an NBA Finals together. They're not really driven to an NBA Finals championship run. We're not going to see Warriors, Cavs 5 or 6 or whatever the hell this would be at this point. They were maybe in the finals again. Yeah. So I mean, I
just be a playoff team yet, so to make it past the first round,
no.
Probably not. But that is a good. But so far, they do have a good foundation to build back up into a contender again.
Yeah. More NBA news. Dirk Nowitzki's Germany jersey was retired this past week. This is according to ESPN. His number 14 was hung in the rafters. He became the first player to have his jersey number retired by the German Basketball Federation. So congratulations, Dirk Nowitzki. Well deserved. Well deserved NBA champion. Bona fide Hall of Famer. He should be in the Hall of Fame right now. I don't think he
Put
is.
him in right now.
He should be in right now. He should be in the class of 2023. He should be at this point.
Put him in
Put him in. I would.
right
He
now.
deserves it. Let's see. Is there any more NBA? I don't think there's any more NBA news besides it. That's really about it, really. Ted Phillips, the Bears President CEO, stepping down at season end after 23 years. Sorry, Bears fans. Unfortunately, it doesn't really mean much of anything at this point because he's got to watch his team go in shambles right now. He will step down as the president and chief executive officer of the Chicago Bears. This is according to the Bleacher Report, Mike Sherrari. He quote-unquote said, when COVID came, it changed a lot of dynamics and gave me some time to reflect on my life, my work life. I came to the conclusion that my gosh, almost 40 years is a long time. It's time to hand over the baton and give myself the gift of time. You know how this business can be, a lot of hours, time away from family. I just turned 65 years old. I feel good. My health is good. I felt it was time to slow down and do whatever I want to do, close quote. Ted Phillips deserves to retire at this point. This guy's been at it now for 23 years as president of this franchise. And this franchise has seen a lot of good moments. They had a chance to win Super Bowl 41 with Rex Grossman. That didn't happen. They got Trubisky to win an NFC division title. He was wanted down in the playoffs. He saw Trubisky to go to the playoffs 2 years after that during the COVID year. It was tough. It's tough for that guy, especially with COVID too. It could affect you. It really could affect you. But yeah, Ted Phillips will step down, retire at the end of the 2023 season. Serena Williams lost in her return at the U.S. Open, but she quote-unquote said you never know. She might come out of retirement. She was saying that she might retire. I think for her, she's had a lot of great careers in the tennis world right now. I don't think her career is over. I don't think she retired. I think when she retires, she can still go. I think she should go out as champion. I don't know why she wants to retire now. It makes no sense to me that she would want to retire. I think it's ridiculous that she's going to retire. If she does retire here, then it's kind of sad. It's kind of going to make the tennis world unwatchable at this point. The women's side of things. I honestly watch women's tennis more than I watch men's tennis. I'm sorry, I do. I find it more entertaining because just two grown men going to me. It just I'm sorry. I can't sit through that. I'd rather sit through women doing that noise. Honestly, seriously. She lost her tag team match earlier this week, and she lost the opening round of the U.S. Open, the finals round, in 3 sets to Elijah Tomajanovic. I just botched that name, but whatever. Daniel Gallinari injured his ACL and was ruled a torn meniscus in the beginning playing for the Italy FIBC World Cup qualifier round. Unfortunately, he is done for the year now with a torn ACL. Does this hurt the Boston Celtics? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And I think I've been hearing talks all week right now about Carmelo Anthony. So and this came to my head because, Mike, let me ask you this question. Yeah. Do you think the Suns now should go after Carmelo Anthony now losing to Gallinari?
Wait, repeat that question again?
Should Carmelo Anthony be a target for this point for Boston now knowing that they lost Gallinari for the year? Yes or no? Because mine's a no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. There you go. Carmelo
His
Anthony
team has enough depth. So.
Yeah, and Carmelo Anthony's just a distraction, and he sucks. He's way past his prime.
Carmelo, yeah, he'll still be like,
give
him the ball.
And he's past his time.
Damn near 40.
He's not the same guy he used to be. That's it. When he left the Knicks, that's the thing. When he left the Knicks, he was.
Once he left the Knicks, it was done.
Yeah, like he was just not in the right frame of mind. Sources according to ESPN.com said Lonzo Ball is doubtful for the start of the season. Lonzo Ball expected to miss training camp.
Well, let me say something about Lonzo Ball.
All right, go ahead.
Remember when Lonzo Ball first came in the Lakers, that was hyping him up as the next Magic Johnson for the Lakers?
Yeah, I didn't feel that way, but I thought he'd actually be a lot better than what he is now.
The thing is, even with his dad hyping him up, he should be, honestly, one of the best point guards in the league.
Yeah.
Honestly, right now, he went from being overrated to kind of underrated.
Yeah.
But can he still be an all-star type player? I still say he can make an all-star. At least one in his career. I feel like he should have made at least 2 or 3 by now, but
he was washed up in trash. He was overlooked.
He's overlooked, but the thing that honestly is holding him back right now
is injuries.
Injuries. Yeah,
It's injuries. That's all it is.
he's fragile. Look at LaMelo right now.
I know. LaMelo
is basically what Lonzo should have been right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was totally wrong with LaMelo. I thought he'd be at the same level as Lonzo.
I honestly thought LaMelo would be like, he's gonna be he'll be okay, but he won't be like an all-star. Second year makes the all-star team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lonzo, he should be. And the fact that Lonzo's been traded, well, he's been on a free team so far. And he's shown his flashes, but he hasn't put it together.
Yeah.
He needs a better trainer. He needs better exercise, but he should be an all-star. But he's not.
I know. It is kind of weird.
Even if he went to a team where he was like the default best player, still, no.
Yeah.
Is Lonzo a guy that could go and give you 20 points? Probably not. He'll probably get you like a decent 15, 16, 17, 18. Can he possibly average a triple-double? Yeah. He's done it before.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
I think the thing with Lonzo Ball that gets me is that he's just starting to decline now at this point. And it's like he was getting good in Chicago, but he's on the verge of breaking out and actually becoming an all-star. The problem now
Then he got freaking injured.
Yeah, the injuries it's deadly to his career at this point. This may actually change it for good here.
I mean, sure, he's still going to be a successful player and make his money.
Yeah.
But he's not going to become the legend or the best player in the league like his father thinks.
Right.
You know what? Honestly, I haven't heard from LeVar Ball in a while.
Yeah.
Talking about Lonzo. Well, Melo, to be honest.
Yeah, I really haven't read about it either. Saints safety Marcus May was arrested and allegedly pointed a gun at juveniles in a road rage incident. This is according to TMZ. Saints head coach Dennis Allen said the team was made aware of the arrest on Thursday morning. Quote, "We're still gathering all the information," he said, "and so we're really not going to have a comment of course not going to comment here, on it at this time until we get more information." According to Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, May's arrest stemmed from August 29th in the road rage incident. Prosecutor says May was driving a black SUV when he was accused of pointing a gun at a car full of several juvenile females. Authorities note May has now been released from jail after posting a $30,000 bond. Costa just released May's mugshot. May's attorney Eric Hessler issued a statement following the arrest, saying Marcus vehemently denies the allegation from a motor vehicle incident and looks forward to defending himself when all the facts come out. In my opinion, if May did this, what the hell's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, bro?
And number two, he should be suspended for the first 6 or 7 games of the season. Period. No excuse for this. Should not have a gun at you at all times at any point in time, and especially if you're by yourself. What is your purpose at this point, having a gun by yourself? That's stupid. But yeah, if this is true, if this is all true at this point, it's not speculation here. 6, 7 games suspension. That's it. Be done with it at this point. And if not, and if you decide at this point not to go through at this point, if you really want to at this point release this guy and not have him be on this franchise, I wouldn't bother me either. It's plenty of money at that point. Derrick Henry got a $2 million raise after 2022, and the Titans reworked their contract right now, so good for Derrick Henry. Josh Gordon was signed a contract to go to the Titans this week on the practice squad after his release from the Chiefs. Russell Wilson got a $245 million extension. He's got 5 years.
Can you say something about the practice squads real quick?
Go for it.
Remember like a few years ago, it was like only like rookies and second-year players and third-year players could be on the practice squad. Now anyone could be.
Here's the reason why.
He could have made a Pro Bowl last year. No team wants you to be like, all right, practice squad.
Yeah.
This is weird.
You want to know what it is? No one trusts Josh Gordon. It's crazy. Even though he's breaking out in camp with the Chiefs, he's not trusted.
Josh Gordon peaked his second year in the league and just fell off the mat.
He peaked his first year. And besides the fact, anyway.
Well, it was his second year in the league where he became all-pro. First year, he was like, suddenly it was next year. He just came in. He was suspended, I believe, 4 games that year. And he still came in and led the league in receiving.
Yeah.
Which was insane. Then he just couldn't stay off the weed, blah, 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 blah.
If he was doing weed with the Chiefs right now, I'm going to say this and tell you this right now, Josh Gordon. This is from Stephen A. Smith himself right now. I'm going to try to do this as good, cool as possible.
Josh Gordon really should be
stay off the weed.
Okay, don't copy.
Duh. That's all I gotta say. Just stay off the weed. It's not that hard. But I don't think he's been doing that now.
I mean, it's too late to freaking save his career at this point.
I don't think it is. I don't think. I
Is
think.
he like
I think.
30
I
right
think.
now?
I think going on the practice squad for him would be helpful for him. I think at this point, being part of this offense,
But he's not going to be an all-pro ever again.
No, I don't
Or
think so.
all-
But at least it's another piece to that Titans wide receiving core that's missing something. Because right now you're down to Burks, and right now you're down to who else? Robert Woods. That's really about it.
Woods.
And you got a bunch of no names under that. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, Russell Wilson got the extension though. As I'm going to get back to that other part of that topic here right now. Congratulations, Russell Wilson, by the way, on getting the extension. I think well deserved. I think it was a little soon. I think you could have gotten the extension while you were performing well, because last year you performed like dog doo with the Seahawks when they went 7-10. Just a little soon. Yeah, it's just a little soon. Though. That's all I gotta say. Just a little soon. Texans signed O.J. Howard right now that he was released by the Bills.
That's
a good sign by the Texans. Good
All
for
of us from Mills.
them. Limbound Jr. was cut by the Dolphins, signed by the Patriots this week, which is why I had him going 8-9.
Just because of one ball.
He's
He's on the practice squad.
I know, and that's the Patriots. I don't really trust Bill Belichick anymore. Jared Barton, who won the T1 award as the best lacrosse player in 2021, is now he made the Falcons roster on the 53-man roster. Good for him.
That's amazing.
Great for him. Absolutely well deserved. Welcome to the league. Welcome to the league, homie. That's all I gotta say. Other than that, right now, Eagles claim Ian Book. I was surprised that Ian Book was even cut at all by the Saints. I don't know why he was cut. I think you could have used him as another backup case, just in case I want to know James Winston.
Who's the backup to James Winston right now?
I don't really even know. Honestly, I have no idea. And I think this actually kind of hurt them a little bit more. While you look for that, I'll give more news about this right now. Texans claimed Tyler Johnson off of waivers just because he was cut by the Buccaneers. Michelle was signed by the Chargers. Darren Waller is hiring Drew Rosenhaus as his agent. Robert Billy and the Raiders are going to continue their contract talks. Fox,
they got Andy Dalton as a backup. I forgot.
Yeah, but I would have kept Ian Book around just in case. I would have.
Yeah.
John Gruden says he wants to go sign with the Arkansas Razorbacks or coach in the NFL one more time. He did apologize to the NFL for the emails and stuff like that about the Washington Commanders. Made the apology this week. It was on Black and White Sports podcast last night about the report. That was taken from, I think it was either the Wall Street Journal, TMZ, Sports Team, if I'm not mistaken, or Fansided. There was a lot of articles that covered this, really. My take here on John Gruden here is this. I think he's too good to coach in college football. I think he is. I think he deserves another shot in the NFL. I don't see why this cost him his job. I think it's the guy that was brutally honest about Washington and how much they suck. I think in reality right now,
was it like a racist rant or something?
It was a racist rant towards. Some people said it was racist. Some people said it was sexist. I think he made a mistake. I think it was just a rant right now where it was out of control at this point. He was calling the NFLPA for the lockout and all that bullshit. I think he went a little too far with it. I think he lost his mind. He almost didn't have a job in 2011 because he was not going to have a broadcasting job because the NFL was not going to have a season. And I think it came down to really him crapping out Goodell and crapping out the NFLPA guy. The only problem is he didn't give a crap. He was being crapped out of it, but Goodell did. So, because Goodell is such a baby about it and can't handle the criticism, he got basically Gruden to quit the Raider job. That's it. And what happened at the end of the day? He lost the trial to John Gruden. Gruden should coach in the NFL again. If you want my honest opinion, where he should coach, because if it doesn't work out for McDaniels, I think he should go back to the Raiders one more time for a third time. To me, there was nothing wrong with it. Derek Carr was starting to get to like him at this point.
Gruden better than most coaches in the league right now.
Right now, exactly. And he was a better coach. I think the problem is that you got Derek Carr, who just choked every time. And then he was finally getting better. And now you got a better team now at this point with the Raiders. This is John Gruden's time to say now, you know what? I inherit this team. I took this team over. Because at McDaniels' point, is basically taking John Gruden's job. That's it. Bottom line, took the team, took the roster, blah, blah, blah. I mean, granted, you got Chandler Jones on there now, who you got from Arizona. But it's like Patriots 2.0 down there, sort of. But John Gruden, it's John Gruden's team. It's where he started his career out in coaching. It makes sense here. Just take the job back, man. Take it back. That's all I gotta say. Take it back. I think I really have nothing else to talk about here. Oh, the Brady stuff. That's right. Actually, before I get into that one, Vancouver Canucks signed Miller to a 7-year, $56 million deal, according to ESPN. All right, Serena Williams. College football playoff expansion is going to begin within 2023.
2026.
They're saying no later than 2026, possibly in 2023, 2024. They're trying to go for 12 teams, according to CBS Sports.
I'll say it's a smart move.
It is a smart move.
So right now it's like what, 4 teams?
Yeah, 4 teams they have right now. They can
That's
do
lame.
12. I think 12 teams would be awesome. And it kind of extends the season a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they want to like squish it into one, but it's like I wouldn't do that. I just really wouldn't do that at all. Tom Brady and Giselle are on the rocks right now, marriage-wise. Giselle reportedly was upset about the Tom Brady coming out of retirement. It led to this turn of events where she packed up her bags and just left the husband. So right now, Brady and Giselle are separate as of right now. It was according to Black and White Sports last night. It was according to TMZ. It was according to Wall Street Journal. It was according to CBS Sports. It was according to a lot of articles. A lot of articles cover this stuff right now. But here's my take on the whole thing. They went to the Bahamas. Brady reportedly was trying to go to the Bahamas during the 11-day absence that he had. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. To me, I heard there was his son wanted his father there. She said no. She's all fed up about being with the kid all the time right now. She wants to go back to work at this point. She likes to be with the kids, but at the same time, she needs to have a life of her own. Look, Brady's spending time with the kids too as much as he can too. He is. I will admit he is trying to.
Yeah.
But Brady wanted to retire when he's 45 years old. He only retired because he was trying to get Bruce Arians to get fired. That's it. He faked the retirement. That's what he did. I don't know what Giselle was thinking here. He faked the retirement to get a coach removed and put in some different position and have somebody else take over. That's it. It's simple as that. That's why I named this episode Brady versus minus Giselle equals Brady's decline. Brady's lost his focus at this point. I'm sorry, but I hate to say it. He has lost his focus at this point, which is why I have the Buccaneers right now going down in the NFC division round. That's what Brady ends his career, losing a playoff game in San Francisco, as crazy as it sounds. The team you actually wanted to play for, ironically, back in 2020. But, I mean, in reality, look, it sucks for Brady. It really does. I don't know why all of a sudden this had to happen to Tom Brady at this point, why it happened so late in the year, why all the story came out now at this point. I mean, can Brady overcome it? I think he can. I really think he can.
Oh, they could definitely reconcile.
I think, and they should have reconciled. And the fact that this is all coming out now 6 months later to me, I just think to myself, like, why did Giselle really honestly, like, make this an issue now? You should have made it an issue back in February. If you really didn't want this guy to come out of retirement in February, what was the delay? What was the wait? I never really got that at all. I think to me that's insane. Mm-hmm. It's wild. It's stupid. It's unnecessary that this had to come out the way it did. I think on Giselle's part of it, it's kind of selfish on her part of it. I mean, and Tom Ryan to spend time there right now because he took the time out to spend with his family. He's done this so many times. And now here all of a sudden, you can't see your kids now? Shame on you, Giselle. Shame on you. That's my take. You got a take?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? You agree with everything I said, though, basically?
I honestly do agree with everything you say, but again, they got to reconcile. I see it happening.
You think they're going to reconcile?
Yeah.
I think this is the end of it. I think it is. I think even if he does retire at the age of 45 at this point, the damage is already done. Because now at this point, at this point, you're still fighting. She still left the house. And I wouldn't be surprised if Giselle never came back for the rest of the year. If Brady won a Super Bowl, I can't even imagine Tom Brady winning his 8th ring without Giselle being there. I just can't imagine it. He's all distraught by it. And I look at the team this year right now without Ryan Jensen on this team, this center, with most of their offensive line all banged up and hurt.
Yeah.
And right now, the 49ers getting good right now. They're training right now at this point, and Aaron Rodgers right now at 14-2 with the Packers. I don't see it. I don't see it. And I think the opposite right now, I don't think this leads to Brady's depression. I think Brady just moves on and either goes back with Bridget Moynihan at some point here right now, or he finds another girl. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Ben Affleck will fail in his marriage with Jennifer Lopez. And then he'll hook with Jennifer Lopez. Could you imagine that one? If Tom Brady and Jennifer Lopez just hooked up? That'd be one hell of a move.
I'll be like, yeah.
That'd be one hell of a move. Or maybe Tom Brady and Tyra Banks. That'd be one hell of a story right there.
Yeah.
Or Sofia Vergara.
Oh my God, that would be wild.
That would be a wild one, man. Could you imagine
I'll
Sofia
be like,
Vergara
yeah.
and Tom Brady?
I would pray. I would get
Tom Brady.
I would get a shrine of Tom Brady if that happened.
I would get a shrine of Sofia Vergara just because of that, honestly.
Yeah.
I would just get her like a.
I'll be like, Tom Brady's my Lord and Savior.
I mean,
He hooks up with Sophia.
I'm telling you right now at this point. For Tom Brady, I guess if warming up Brady and Giselle were yelling at each other in this whole thing. So, I mean, to me, look, I think this is the end of their thing. I don't know what it is. You could tell Giselle after a while, though, wanted Brady to retire after getting that 7th ring. I think she felt like he should have retired even then. I think the fact of the matter is that there was too much stuff coming out. His fake retirement. I think at this point, Giselle snapped. Because, wait a minute. You're taking an 11-day absence right now, but you're not retiring at this point. Either retire or don't take the absence. I don't want you to be an absentee father. I get why Giselle's feeling that way, but you supported this from the beginning. I would understand if you didn't support this from the beginning. But, to me, it's sad. It really is freaking sad. Yeah, it's unfortunate the way it played out.
Any situation where, like, the spouses are not agreeing.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah. I think I heard mention about Jalen Rager being traded for the Vikings to the Eagles.
No, it actually didn't.
Oh, yeah, he was traded to the Vikings from the Eagles. That's right. For
it's such a coincidence. Jalen Rager gets traded to a team who took the receiver that was better than him. Well, no, the Eagles could have took Jefferson, but they took Rager.
Yeah.
And that was a very stupid decision.
Yeah.
And now Rager's going to go to Minnesota and be like, what? Yeah, for a receiver? Probably even the bottom of the depth chart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, Jefferson, Thielen. I think they got someone else, but
yeah, the Vikings are still going to be screwed up anyway, either way, regardless. And it is.
The Vikings definitely have the talent, but can they really put it together?
Yeah. Who knows? Former Buccaneer defender passing away at the age of 48. That was, I think I have the name right here. This is according to Newsbreak right now. If you don't have the app right now, it's an awesome app called son of a bitch. That's the one thing I hate. I hate when I try to go on an article here and it shows me an app of a dumb video game down here. I hate
That's the greatest video game ever.
I don't even know what this game is.
That's the greatest video game ever.
What is this game?
It's amazing.
I don't even know what the hell it is.
What is it?
I don't even know.
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing?
I chose times 2 over times 20. Are they freaking...
Oh, they're dumb. Yeah, this goes to show you. Oh, this is Total Battle. That's the name of it right now. This podcast is sponsored by Total Battle and Google Play here. They're not really our sponsors here, but I might as well say here. Yeah. Scored a fan site just came out a few years ago. Stephen White, a defensive end of the Buccaneers from the late 1990s into the early 2000s, and was a blogger who covered the Jets in the Buccaneers, the 2 teams he played for, had passed away at the age of 48. So, condolences to the friends and family. Very tough to lose somebody that young at that age. I cannot imagine how people feel in that scenario. Andre Dillard suffered a fractured forearm injury. Timetable will be announced at some point. That was out a couple of days ago. A lot of NFL stuff to cover. We were around here for a long time today. Mm-hmm. Almost 2 hours on this podcast. Pro wrestling community coming together to raise money for Steve McMichael. This is also according to Newsbreak. I think this not coming to play here. Has announced the pro wrestling community is coming together to raise money for Steve Mongo McMichael. It was announced that back in April, McMichael had been diagnosed with ALS, better known as Lou Gehrig disease. Here's a press release for Money for Mongo event. This is professional wrestling community coming together to raise money for Mongo. Free to watch all-star stage show to benefit former Chicago Bear and World Championship Wrestling performer Steve Mongo and wife Misty. Steve Mongo McMichael is a member of the 1985 Chicago Bears, Super Bowl 20 team, and former WCW wrestling star. He has inspired, captivated, and entertained audiences in every endeavor of his life. And as he is wife Misty continue to bravely battle against Mongo's ALS, the wrestling world is coming together for an all-star free-to-watch benefit to show to raise money for the McMichael family. This happened as of today, by the way. That's why I wanted to mention the event was today. So I don't know as far as what the amount is, because right now I'm not getting that news report. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. And right now we got some updates in college football right now at this point. And we might as well get into some baseball here while we're at it here. I know you're not a baseball fan, but we have to. I'm sorry.
No.
Anyway, right now we have some scores. We got some scores in high school college football.
Notre Dame 7-3.
Yep, Notre Dame had a 3-0 lead earlier, but they are now losing the game. BYU currently killing South Florida. They're only at half right now, 38-7. Utah now beating the Florida Gators 10-7. They are in the second quarter, and they are currently driving. They're at the Florida 8-yard line. Baylor beating Albany right now 28-7. Wisconsin 18th ranked. Wisconsin. Baylor, by the way, with 10th right now. Mentioned that earlier. USC, by the way, beating Rice. They're 14th ranked right now. Beating Rice right now 45-14. Wisconsin beating Illinois State 14-0. Miami, Ohio taking on 20 ranked Kentucky, tied at 10 apiece. Alabama up 17-0 in the first quarter. Right now, number 1 ranked Alabama beating Utah State. 17-0 game right now. And so far, it's been the Bryce Young show. Bryce Young has thrown for 2 touchdown passes, and so far has thrown for about 121 yards, 11 for 13. Bryce Young will be the next Washington Commander quarterback. I guarantee you that one right now. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Commanders. Come on. 0-17. It's happening. Carson.
They're not going to go 1-17.
Yes, they are.
You're insane if you think that team's going to go winless.
Yes. That is the one team.
You are insane.
You think the Commanders are going to win any of the games I just mentioned?
I say Seattle has a better chance of going winless than the Commanders.
Why is that?
Because freaking Seattle, look at that team.
You got
2 trash
Jamal
QBs.
Adams at safety. You got some defensive tackles in there.
They say defense wins championships, but you still need an offense to score once in a while.
Well, Geno Smith's got the DK Metcalf and Tyler
Yes,
Lockett.
but Geno Smith we're talking about.
And what does Washington have right now? Washington besides McLaurin. I'm
the rookie
waiting.
they drafted,
Oh yeah,
James Dobson, I believe.
yeah. Other than that, who else do they have? Exactly, they have nobody else. 2 wide receivers and an injury-prone, more injury-prone quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, I rest my case there with that. And what's actually, and you want to know what the worst thing is? Carson Wentz earned his job 6 years ago. That's what's worse. That's what's so worse about this.
Jahan Dodson. Oh, they got Curtis Samuel.
That's right, they do have Curtis Samuel.
That's
Here's the problem, though. You got an injury-prone quarterback, and I don't trust him. Houston Cougars beat
University. Gibson, a running back. Brown Robinson, a running back, too.
Houston Cougars, 24th ranked, beat University of San Antonio in triple overtime, 37-35. Ole Miss, 21 ranked, beat Troy, 28-10. Let's see. Let's go to the FBS. We might as well go to the FBS. I might as well get these scores out of the way. Why not? Nevada is beating Texas State 38-7. Georgia Southern beating Morgan State 24-7. Ohio beating Florida Atlantic 27-17. James Madison beating Middle Tennessee State University 37-0. That was a mouthful there. Vanderbilt, who had a blowout, kill-out 63-10 victory over Hawaii, is beating up on Elon right now 21-7. Kansas State beating South Dakota State 27-0. Coastal Carolina beating Army. Man, imagine that. Do you remember that? Coastal Carolina, the team that was ranked 10th at one point 2 years ago? Well, they're no longer ranked. They're tied 14 apiece right now with Army now, with about a minute to go in the second quarter. Under a minute right now, Liberty is beating Southern Miss right now in the second quarter right now 10-3. Tulane beating UMass 21-7. Southeast Louisiana losing to Louisiana 17-0. Arkansas State beating Grambling 30-0. Alabama, I mentioned before, but I already mentioned that. I'm not going to get into too much of the rest of the games here right now, but here's what you need to know. URI got their win over the week. They beat Stony Brook 31-14. Now, and Texas right now is currently beating University of Louisiana Monroe 7-0. They take on Alabama next week. Okay, now the baseball. And that'll be it. I was not planning to do this for 2 hours. But unfortunately, I got to do these games quickly right now. I'll give you the scores of those games as well here. I might as well be the update guy and everything else. I host the show and I update the scores for you. So there you go.
Yeah.
Cubs are beating the Cardinals now 3-2. The Red Sox got a win today. Brian Bello, I think this is his first win as a Red Sox player, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yes, it was. 1-4. Brian Bello got his first big league win as a Red Sox player. Actually, I'm not going to clap for you because you suck. Anyway, they were up 5-0 in this game. That's all you need to know. The Texas Rangers had two home runs in the 8th inning, but it was not enough. Red Sox going to win 5-3 to now 66-68. They also had the win, I believe, last night against the Rangers 9-1, which they did. So congrats to the Red Sox. You won 2 out of 3 against the Rangers so far. Unfortunately, you might blow this game too tomorrow. But anyway, Giants and the Phillies 5-4. The Giants right now are 63-68. They are 5 games below 500. And they've taken 2 games in the series so far. The series finale against Phillies is tomorrow as well. Royals beat the Tigers right now 10-2. Yankees are losing to Rays right now 2-0 right now. They're in the 7th. They were shut out last night 9-0. Blue Jays Pirates tied at 1-1. Rockies Reds are in a rain delay. A's, Orioles right now. Orioles beat the A's 4-1. They're in the bottom of the third. Mets and Nationals are on right now. They're tied at 1 apiece. White Sox beat the Twins 7-0. Mariners beat the Guardians 2-0. The Marlins and Braves are scoreless. The Brewers and Diamondbacks are back to scoreless. The Astros and Angels are playing later on tonight, 9:07. And the Padres and the Dodgers are playing later on tonight at 9:10. And your pitching matchup is right now Urias and Manaea. That's all you need to know there. And Utah just scored over Florida now. It's now 13-7 with about 3:18 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah.
So we're done.
Mm-hmm.
We're finally done. We're finally over the show right now.
Hey!
You are now gonna know our social media. You know our social media. Bleacher Report, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. He's got Twitter. He's got Instagram. He's got Facebook. He's got a TikTok. He don't got Bleacher Report. That's all you need to know. That's it. We're done. My Instagram was not hacked, by the way. I don't know why he thought it was hacked, but it's not hacked. So that's all you need to know there. We're done for 2 hours. My back is killing me. I am not sitting on this couch ever again and doing this podcast.
We're doing it again.
Not on this couch.
Shut up, bitch.
Goodbye. We're done. Finally.
Bye.